Triple seven. Podcast. Here we go. Yo, we got it. We made it, guys. All right. Welcome, everybody. So today we have our very special guest. I was gonna say special guest, but I wanted to say very special guest, Jerome. Jerome,
hey.
welcome
Up,
to the
guys?
podcast, man. What a throwback.
I know. Thanks for having me, man. I'm excited. Excited to be here.
Yeah, this is hype, man. This is super hype. It's like we have basically all of ASF on the channel now. We had Jerome, we have Zach, we had Mitch. Like, it's great.
Mitch, yeah.
Like, this is amazing. Like, we to checklist, you know, like we made it.
We just need Rain Man in purple pants, right?
Yeah, that's it. Yo, Jerome, do you remember Purple Pants?
No, we talked about this last.
Oh yeah.
So I think that was the era when Mitch like took the full reins of the channel, was doing all that stuff. I never met the guy. I don't even remember the name, but of course I remember Rain Man
And Six Winner.
Yep. And Six Winner.
Six Winner was a beast.
Dude, he was deadly at that game. You know who was a shocker? Most people don't believe was on that channel back in the day, like for a few episodes, and like we were like picking him up when he wasn't like whatever.
What's up? Who?
Deluxe 4. You realize Deluxe 4 posted a shoutcast to that channel. I swear to you, he's huge now.
He is, dude. He's part of the crew. He's part of Speedy and his crew, man.
Yo,
that's awesome. Yo, I wanna see that actually.
There it is. Shoutcast pilot episode, double P90 Moab, and it was by. It was by.
I remember that.
I'm like 90% sure it was him, right? Wasn't it?
Deluxe 4.
The channel doesn't exist
Deluxe 4
anymore.
or Deluxe 20? Deluxe 4, Deluxe 20. His channel doesn't exist anymore. Are you sure it wasn't just like a sound alike?
No, dude. I'm like, yeah. Here's wait. Foul.
Oh.
Is it? Do you have a live one? You got a live one.
Oh wait, no, that's a different one. I'm gonna find this. He was
Okay.
he was on a special on that channel. I promise you.
Because we had like that moment, like we actually didn't have that many people on the little special where people could come on and just be directors for ASF, obviously, and it didn't last for very long. I think maybe a month or two, and it got to the point where it became too much to manage. And then Mitch was just like, "Yeah, this is like growing our channel at a little bit, like at a decent rate, but we want to have a bit more of a." Like a presence on our own content, so we want to like sit back a little bit and focus on that. And I mean, it worked for us. Like once we actually started to get down to brass tacks and figure out like the cool what are they called, the Easter eggs on all the zombies maps, those are huge.
That's when I showed up.
Yeah, dude.
Exactly.
I was never super about all the Easter egg stuff, mostly because I was too stupid at the time to like pay attention. You guys be like, you got to hit this rock at the right time, and then you have to go 3 times it this way. Then you have to stare at this guy's balls, and you have to jump up. And I was like, I don't know what's going on, man. I just like to kill zombies, dude. Like I don't. But yeah,
dude,
I mean,
that's
cool.
like, you would hate the new zombies then, because that's literally if you want to play.
I
dude.
do hate they ruined their game. Black Ops 2 onward. As soon as they were like, you got to hop on this bus on transit and go, I'm like, nothing.
Yeah, that was it.
The
man.
new ones, the map is just an Easter egg. Like it's not even. You can almost barely play traditional zombies on the new map. You basically have to play Easter egg the game. Like
you're just
crazy.
straight up inside of literally an Easter egg. That's it's just the shell of an Easter egg.
Exactly.
You gotta figure out how to get out of it. And there's like a chicken in the corner. There's like a baby chicken. You're like, is that my food? Like, am I supposed to eat it? And then just like the zombies start pouring in through the corners, and you're just who knows? Who even knows, man? How does an Easter egg even have corners? It doesn't make any sense.
It makes no corner.
You don't want to play it. Actually, no. To be fair, Black Ops 4 Zombies is actually the best zombies they've had in years.
You have defending this so much. You got to show your work at some point. You got to prove this to me.
I haven't played Black Ops 4 Zombies, so I can't say either which way. But
right, because Black Ops 3 Zombies was like sort of. Like it was kind of cool here and there, but it still had so many of the problems that their old zombies had. And like Black Ops 2 Zombies was just like, what the hell, man? Like, what is this like transit, like Origins?
Black Ops
like
1,
I don't
dude.
care. You remember Origins?
Yeah. I was gonna say more so. So World at War, I applaud it to no end. Fantastic, everything. It just obviously was getting to the swing of zombies. Black Ops 1 was like the pinnacle, though. That was, that had everything you could want.
Yeah, for sure. They introduced like the relevant Easter eggs Like, because before it was just like, oh yeah, cool. You get a secret music that they have, like a song that we made for the game and everything. But now it's like, oh wow, this is like super cool. You have like all this in-depth story and like, oh wow, this is actually how you get the Pack-a-Punch. And then they sort of took off with that, and they never like really developed it enough to the point where it became fun. It just became a chore after that. And it's just like Shangri-La was when it all started to go downhill.
Yeah, that was the temple map, yeah?
That was the jungle one.
Yeah, that was when it really started to take a weird turn. That map was particularly difficult.
It was so tight. I think it was like they saw the community doing the training and the hoarding. It's like, let's make a map that's just not borderline impossible. Like, let's make them work for it. Like, it was so hard to do it.
And it was weird, too, because a lot of times expansions like that kind of flop, if you will. But their expansion when they added on Ascension, that was awesome. I loved Ascension.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Ascension, like that was all back in Black Ops 1, like Moon, Moon aged really well. I was actually surprised about that. I thought that Moon would be like one of those maps that's just like everyone forgets about it and no one really cares or anything. But to be honest, going back and playing Moon, some of the stuff that you can do in that map is crazy. Round 1 Juggernaut, that's actually just a goal. You could go and work for that. And then like don't even talk to me about round 1 Pack-a-Punch. That's like literally, I don't think I've ever done that. I've done that like once.
Can you round 1 Pack-a-Punch?
Yeah, you can. It's crazy.
There's the like no man's land area that's like this own little meta game inside of Moon. That's like, I remember people figuring out like what to do with it, when to come back, like how to farm for it. Like that little area like broke everyone's brains for so long, and that wasn't even the map. It was like where you started before you even teleported to the map. Yeah, like it was so cool.
Well, the more you know, I guess. I'm trying to think back, but it's
Moon was the last.
Remember how before we started, I couldn't find a headset, Matt?
Yeah.
My girlfriend's in the chat yelling at me because I stole her headset.
Oh no!
Also, I see Zach Ray in the chat there.
Yeah,
can we pull him on later in the episode?
Yeah, I mean, sure, we could.
Tag him, man.
I would need to edit my
quadruple 7.
Yeah, quadruple 7. Let's go, the big bonus 7.
The dream, the absolute dream, and it would be a fucking everyone talking over each other mess. But the dream would be the 5-man of us 3 with Mitch and Zach. All 5.
If we spam Mitch enough, we might be able to make that happen.
Oh, chat. I'm not saying annoy him on Twitter, but
we're gonna go back into
don't do it.
We're gonna go back to the days of Twitter spam. Do you remember that, Jerome? Do you remember how much we spammed Syndicate to get on our podcast?
bro, even more than that. No, I ain't gonna put the guy on blast, but I remember a distinct story of you guys facing him in zombies.
Oh yeah, we still have that video up today, man. Oh, that's brutal. See, the thing is, I love the name, the Syndicate project, because it's like the whole idea of a syndicate is the word means like a conglomerate, like it's a group of people working together, right? Meanwhile, he's like the single most like collaborative YouTuber I've ever seen in my life. Everything is solo. Everything is.
He played
Minecraft brought him out of his shell. So Minecraft, he started doing Mionite, and that brought him out of his shell. But you're correct though. Back in the day, I mean, to his credit, Syndicate was like the role model YouTuber. He would come in there.
Past tense.
I mean, to be honest,
it was. There was some crazy stuff that he did. Do you remember the stuff with the CS:GO stash? Yeah.
That was unfortunately a bad mark on a otherwise great career. You know, but no, he was the man back in the day, and not that he still isn't, but back then people used to look up to him because I remember Mitch using him as the person that I should look up to. He was like, Jerome, like you see Syndicate every day he shows up. It's just him. He doesn't have like other people to bounce off. Like if I'm having a bad day back then, I could bounce off you or you know Mitch or you know we all had each other. No, he didn't have bad days. He just turned that off. He just went, nope, I'm in the zone, and he would just clock in, get his stuff done, and get out, you know? And I imagine, as all humans do, he had his off days, his bad days, you know, in his own mind, in his life, but he never brought it to his his passion, his profession. He
was always an
Yeah.
entertainer first. It didn't bleed
Yeah.
together.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
For sure.
He was
He's
good, man.
super hardworking for sure, and like he's really like sort of streetwise too, because in the sense where we kind of destroyed him in that zombies challenge. He didn't want his viewers to know about that, right? Like he didn't want to upload that to his channel. Like maybe
You had to get that in. You had to get it in.
Just friendly reminder, chat.
Dude,
just
like it was a 1v1v1 and he came in last. Like come on, like seriously. And like we can see that he definitely didn't want to show that to his impressionable young viewers who sort of grew up and been like, yeah, this guy's the man, he's the beast, he's the unstoppable rape train guy, and like he sold shirts with that on it, which is crazy.
Oh my god, I forgot that's what he used to say.
God, wow.
That is
2019 is
you cannot do that, bro.
Yeah, dude. Seriously, this is like the early days of YouTube, like 2010, 2011. It was the Wild West, man. Nobody gave a crap what you said.
Did you
or anything.
really have a shirt that said that?
Yeah, I did, man.
Oh my god,
it's crazy. It sold like hotcakes.
It's insane how nowadays things are
so
different. I laugh not because like it's funny. I laugh because it's just so insane. It's just so
like that. And it like the subject matter's not funny. The fact that was like passable, quote unquote.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
For sure. And that was like his slogan. That was his catchphrase. Like what?
Yeah, not it's not funny, but like the notion that was once acceptable is
that's
funny.
laughable. It's laughable that people were like okay with that.
Just,
like
I don't even blame him. That's just crazy that was just what it was. You know? I don't.
Yeah, it was a different time, man. It's crazy. It feels like almost like a different century almost, but like not even a decade has passed. Like so much has changed since then. And it
really has.
It's crazy. So like it was just cool back in the day because we were like direct competitors with him, like on and off like recordings. Like it was basically his channel versus ours, and like where were the viewers coming from? Are they coming to see the solo guy doing it? Which, to be fair, his content was really good. His videos for like the long drawn out wave 78, wave 100, all that stuff, it wasn't live commentary. I don't know if you guys actually watched it, but every single video that he made, it was back in the days where the format was basically locked to 15 minutes. So every single video, he went back and did a 15-minute commentary about like his day and like how much like his channel means to him, and like just like really from the heart solo commentary. And that's crazy, like back in the day. And he's like, oh yeah, 1,000 likes and we'll get the next one up early. And it's like, that was just what people did, you know? Everybody did that. And it took off for him. And if people wanted to go and see like a more organic commentary, less sort of less solo vibe, they would come to us, and that would just be it, you know? Like we would have the dual commentary, we'd have the tri commentary, we'd have all the group recordings, even with like NGT. Do you remember Next Gen Tactics?
Yeah, I remember the name.
Spider Bite, Meat Wagon.
It's nothing against them. My brain's just shot. My memory's just not good.
We got old man Jerome.
And honestly, it didn't last too long, but we did like some competitive zombies with them. We tried to like.
No, I do remember that, but I just don't.
Yeah.
Like obviously, like very much rest in peace. His content was great, but I don't remember. Was there content with you guys and Yodi Slayer? Did you guys do stuff with him?
No.
No.
We never filmed with him. I always respected his content though, but I feel like his content itself was kind of like he was in his own little YouTube corner, and like he was like Syndicate, but in a sense where he wanted to do a lot of solo commentaries, and he wasn't much of like a social bird and didn't want to interact a lot. Oh, that's a $5 donation from Oblivionitis. Says Jerome, remember your Campfire talks? Hey, can you actually go back and check the the Campfire talks?
I do remember the Campfire talks. I don't remember. I know episode 1 was about school stories. Like I was looking this up the other day. I didn't listen to my own thing. I don't remember, but I had plenty of funny school stories. But yeah, I do remember it. There was something refreshing about that. You know, just being able to like open up, tell my stories, tell my everything. I don't know, man. I wish I could. that nowadays. I got a ton of funny stories. But
Well, that's it, man. Hey, we're here right now. Like, this is the podcast. Let's do it, man. Let's talk some entertaining stories. Where do you want to start, man?
Marshmallows, chat.
Where do you want to start? This is the campfire. I got the tinder. I got the flint. I've got the wood. What do you need? What else do you need? You want some marshmallows?
We could serenade you with a song.
Yeah,
By
yeah.
we, I
Dude,
mean Matt.
I can get you my guitar out, and I could play some
serenade us with
some
Clown
Led Zeppelin. Oh, we actually had some links to that. Like, on our last
That's funny. Has anyone ever recounted that story?
Oh yeah. I mean, like, we could do it. I don't think we actually recounted it ourselves.
Okay.
Maybe on the
Because
first episode
had-
0.
Because I had to deal with the backlash of that. Because unlike you guys, I was signed with Machinima until they didn't go defunct. They got gobbled up by their parent company, which ended up being Full Screen. So I got shuffled into Full Screen back in February. But I was with Machinima since September 2010 up until February 2019. It was somewhere in there that they,
Wow.
the merge happened. Either way, though, I had to deal with the backlash. So let me, can I tell the story of this?
Yeah, go for it, man.
Go for it. Take the reins.
So back in the day, Machinima used to host something called the Machinima Frag Cup, and it was a legitimate.
Oh my
tournament.
god. Yep.
The Frag Cups 1 and 2, awesome. Machinima Frag Cup 3, they were like, hey, we're going to open this up to everybody. You guys can make a team. Everyone's allowed to compete. What's the worst that could happen? Clownsong.com is the worst that could happen. Now, me, Mitch, Zach, and Matt, we made a team, and we literally named it because you couldn't do website links because they didn't want people self-promoting websites. All right. Fine. So we literally spelled it Clownsong, DOTCOM.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if it still exists. Even if it does, if it doesn't, don't go there. Just in case it does exist. That is a shock
Don't do
website. It is a shock website of some very grotesque things over clown music. Like like that clown music. So that was the name of our team. We even had like a meme picture. I don't remember what the meme. Oh, it was a Land Before Time.
Yeah, it was. It was the leaf, right? What was the leaf?
The leaf.
Star leaf or whatever.
So we made it through round 1 of the tournament.
I think we made it to round 2 as well, actually.
Round 2. No, so
because we were tryharding. We wanted to get on stream.
Chat, do not click that link. Do not click that link.
Well, it was round 1 or round 2. One of those rounds, the team didn't show. So we got a freebie, and then we did compete and beat one. And our last round, we went up against literally a Dutch semi-pro team, and they just smashed us.
Yeah.
But before that third round, we got an interview because we had all of our fans because we were live too. So we were telling the Machinima Frag Cup itself had something like, I remember, it was like 800, 900 viewers. Awesome Sauce Films had more viewers than the actual tournament itself. So we were like, go tell the tournament you want to interview us. Go tell them to interview Clown Song. Interview. And at the time, Coney 2012 was a popular thing, which is just going down a whole nother rabbit hole.
That's
what another time capsule.
So we didn't even go down that one. So we secured the interview. They're asking, so what does it mean? What is it? I'm like, have you ever heard of like Coney 2012? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, it's kind of like that. It's a good fundraising site. You gotta keep I swear to God, you hear on the live stream. No, Jack. You hear on the live stream.
You're fucking losing
no
it.
way. I'm imagining his face because I don't remember his face. He just goes like, wow, that's so amazing. Let me just open up and let's see and all you hear through the background of like his headphones was and then he just goes, what's wrong with you guys? And he disconnects. And he just disconnects from the interview, bro. And that was it. And then meanwhile, I'm with them. So like 3 years or like a year or two later, I go out to Los Angeles to the Machinima headquarters, and they still remembered it. They still were the guys that trolled the Frag Cup.
That's amazing.
I'm losing my voice.
That's so good.
Oh my god.
I love it. I love the fact that this just like a year and a half later, the dude, it's still in the back of his mind. It's like, I remember, he's like all professional, like, oh, it's so funny.
How could you forget, man?
He walks up, shakes your hand. Oh shit. What was that dono?
Yeah, thanks for the $15 donation, man. He's just saying to go to clownsong.com. Don't do it. Don't do it, guys. It's a bait.
Thank you for the
it's
donut.
a shock website. Please
exists.
don't.
I'm going. I'm gonna see if it exists.
Oh no.
It's not loading.
Well, I mean, we're giving it so much traffic right now.
Yeah, it's just, it can't handle it. It's all the traffic it's seen in years.
Remember when we crashed that website? That was nuts. Holy crap! That's like one of the most original Shock website pranks I think I've ever seen. Like I
What
remember,
a fucking play! Holy shit!
that was amazing. And we started trolling at the end of it too. Like we were against like a legit like semi-pro Dutch team. I forget what their name was, like something Lions. But like we started losing so badly, like we broke all the rules. We pulled out rocket launchers. We're like shooting them and stuff. Like we knew we were gonna lose, so we just DQ'd ourselves anyways. Those were the days. Those were so much fun. I remember those like multiplayer like in-house free-for-alls that we had. And I would just run around with the striker and troll everyone.
Yeah.
Like,
My favorites though were when we would do, because it would just be like a random school night or whatever. We'd sometimes do it where we would just record ourselves until we lost. And we just do round after round after round. I don't know if you remember this. And we just keep going. We'd be like, all right, until we lose, we're just going to keep hitting videos. And then we get our videos for like the week.
Mini Nooch M, thanks for the $5. Yeah, Shell Shock might be too OP. Hold on. The thing is, the donation doesn't stay up for long enough for me to read it, so I have to actually
Dudley.
wait.
One day
I'll extend
it.
Shell
Shock Jerome might be too op though, lol.
Well, I got a second.
Sparkles Dudley.
Result if you Google
Yeah, I see a lot of Sparkles Dudley. So for the uninformed, say, all right, the first day of school of Jerome, right? Nice to meet you, right? Everyone's talking about this Sparkles Dudley thing. For the uninformed, what is Sparkles Dudley?
Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. I only remember the voice. Like, what is Sparkles Dudley? I don't remember what. You gotta tell me. What was Sparkles Dudley?
Sparkles Dudley was the original commentator of the Jerome Derby.
Oh my God, that was Sparkles Dudley.
Was that when it was was the Kentucky Derby first, and then Jerome Derby?
Kentucky Derby.
Yeah,
first,
the Kentucky Derby was first. Yes. This is Sparkles Dudley, and I'm here with my co-host Chet.
There's so Sparkles Dudley was the host of the Kentucky Derby.
Yep.
Not the Jerome Derby.
Not the Jerome Derby, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You
The Kentucky Derby. Which
very much the Jerome Derby.
I still think the Kentucky Derby was a better video. I'm sorry, but like
What?
it was like the original, you know, like you can never beat the original. It's just Jerome Derby was a masterpiece, but like the Kentucky Derby came out of nowhere. Like nobody was ready for this, and it was just so amazing. Like it just felt like it was pure improvisation. Yeah,
bro. I mean,
I know. And like back in the day, that's what people loved. People loved that.
Here's the difference: was the Kentucky Derby was like improvisation. The Jerome Derby wasn't improv because that was. I didn't know I was being recorded. I was just doing me.
It was pure organic Jerome, like playing Modern Warfare 2.
I was just straight up being a clown like I did every night. And they just recorded me being an idiot.
The thing is, it was like a special night. I don't know what was going on that night, but normally
the energy, Matt, the energy, man.
Yeah. You had more energy that night than like any other night. Bro. Like we were not ready for that, Jerome. And like the content that it created was like standalone, like by itself. Like it was definitely worth it
for years to come.
No,
I told you this last time.
Have you gotten? Has it just been like a personal thing to you, where like you look back and you're like, oh, I shouldn't have done that, or has there actually been like real life ramifications of those actions? Like,
no, there's been no like any ramifications, nothing. It's just like I don't know, man. It's just like it's not the
anymore
person that I want to portray. Yes, and
it's a character. It's not
exactly, and it's not so like. In my private life with my friends when I'm chilling with the guys or whatever, like, yeah, like I'm my normal old self. But like when it comes to like the internet, like there's like a bit of responsibility, especially when and we didn't recognize that a lot back then. You know, we had a big fan base.
Yeah.
And we had a bit of a responsibility that, I mean, I will admit that I failed because I didn't recognize how impressionable people could be.
Yes.
So I don't know. Like I said,
it's kind of hard to anticipate the success that you got over the years, though.
Well, that was just stupid. Bro, I look back at the trash that I've continually uploaded. I won't even say and I'm like, bro, I count my blessings every day, man. I really do.
Hey, man, it's all about momentum. It's like the fact that you've been doing it for so long, so consistently, it stands on its own. Like you gotta respect it. It's impossible not to.
Plus, making that transition that you did, going from the character of like who you were as Jerome,
that required a lot of work.
you gotta like that's a lot of self like restraint, dialing it back, like really finding what kind of entertainer you want to be. Like a lot of people can't do that. Like a lot of people can't find that and do it well and have it go as smoothly as you did, which I think is awesome.
I think the reason it became so easy is because I found what my passion was. And I didn't know what my passion was at the time. I thought my passion was just entertaining and making people laugh and whatever. And it was, but it was also about making family-friendly content and things that I could be proud of in the future, that I could show my family, my future family, that I can, I guess leave a good lasting impact. Like I want to be the guy that people look back on and go like, wow, like, no, like as content creators, we can't help people or fix their problems or anything, but I want them to be like, this is the guy that I used to go to distract myself from my problems, that I could just I don't know,
kick back and watch some videos for like it passes time. The thing is, time heals all wounds. So what happens is when you're stuck alone and like you had a bad day and like it's one of the particularly bad days and you don't know what to really do, and you want to have something to occupy your time and there's nothing good on, there's no new videos in your recommendations, then you just want to go in and like watch some old JeromeASF videos or like whatever it is. It's just it's always something that's always there for you, and like that's what you've been doing all these years, and it's just great. It's honestly amazing, and I could never like reach the same consistency because like I don't know, I just don't have that same drive of being able to like appeal to like the main audience, right? Like that, like there's something in you that's really special, and like I really do admire it.
Thank you, man. I mean, I don't know about that, but I
well, dude,
the key is just that I found my like here's
you're a great role model.
I see Zach in the chat there, and he goes, "I'd like to be that guy you can have the background making you laugh." And the thing is, that's great too. There is nothing wrong with either route. I think the difference is that route that I had chosen in the past wasn't what particularly was making me happy, that made me feel fulfilled. And this does, making that content that people of all ages can enjoy, that just relaxing fun, just a happy, friendly face that people can go to, that makes me more happy being that. But there's nothing wrong with either option. You know what I'm saying? Like what Zach's saying is completely true too. Like, my God, I fall asleep. Like who does that for me? Like when I'm like feeling down or whatever, I put on Bill Burr. The guy is totally like off the rails. Oh yeah, he's crazy.
Yeah, I love Bill Burr.
He's so funny, bro. I have listened to like all of his stand-ups multiple times. I still keep going back. He's funny. I don't think I'm a better person after having listened. I'm probably a worse person.
Exactly.
He's so funny. I can't help myself. And that's what I'm saying. I think that everyone is just, it's all about what makes you happy.
For sure.
As long as you're providing a good impact to people, then
Absolutely.
No, I get that a lot, Jerome. I resonate with that a lot. I have like a tiny stream like lately, and I've actually like had people come forward and straight up just be like, your stream has helped me with this, and your stream like gets me through this. And it's like, I'm in the same boat as you, where it's just like, aiming for that, like giving people a place to just go and be, whether it's life sucks, school sucks, family, whatever, like you can just not deal with that for X amount of time and hang out. Like being able to give that to people, I think is like the coolest thing, like for me personally, like I could do like with a platform, with a voice, like on anything. So I definitely get where you're coming from on that.
Right.
Exactly.
I completely feel you as well. It's I used to have that as well, where back in the day when I would like be making videos all the time, I would see all of these positive comments and like all this positive thinking on Twitter and everything. It's just that I'm way too like, I try to look to the future a bit too much, and I feel like that kind of holds me back from like reaching my true potential in the moment, because a lot of the times I feel like, oh, I could be doing more, and then it's just like, oh, I didn't do this today, what's the point anymore? And then you just sort of like, you fall into like this sort of routine where you just go say, oh, I'm just gonna do the bare minimum, and I feel like that really contributed a lot to my decline over the years, which I mean, there were a ton of other factors too, but like it's so great to see like that motivating like work ethic
energy
that you have,
with
like
that mantra.
It's great, honestly. Like exactly that energy of just being able to work on yourself and have like all of this self-improvement, and like self-improvement is one of my favorite things to like always be thinking about. It's just how can I be better? And Just all the times, like all the major setbacks and all like the little regressions that you have, like you gotta not have those. And it's crazy how long you've stuck with it and how successful it's been and how you've been able to like work on so many different projects at the same time. Like it's crazy. Like your work ethic, it's like on par with Mitch's, which is like mind blowing. Because like I always saw Mitch as like the like number one hardest working guy I've ever met.
He was, dude.
Yeah.
Not that he still isn't. I'm sorry, but like, yeah, like, he was the guy that I keep talking about was. You guys can't, you know what I'm saying?
Someone's gonna read into it and be like, Jerome saying Mitch just sucks now. I don't know.
Well, I same with like Syndicate earlier.
Clip
like,
it.
He was the role model, and I'm like, look, maybe he still is. Bro. I'm just, you know, I haven't seen his stuff in a while. I don't know.
That's true. I don't even know what Syndicate does these days.
Me neither. That's actually a good question. Maybe we could do a little bit of research into that after the podcast. But,
I don't know if he'll come on the podcast if he knows that we talked about him in the CS:GO shit, though.
Exactly. Like that stuff is very reprehensible. Like you're
true.
The all that gambling is just like it's already in a bad light, and then it's like the huge rake that you're taking is so disingenuous, and I just find that is just something you don't want to be associated with at all, because already gambling is like one of the worst like vices.
I got a weird cultural question for you.
Shoot,
go for it.
So I say it's cultural because I refuse to believe that at least Americans view it this way. But I found
dumb American here.
There we go. So I'm American too. I'm from New Jersey and Florida.
Okay.
So I'm American too. But I don't view it this way. I've had disagreements with Europeans about it. I like to think I'm a fairly moral person. But there are people out there that believe that loot boxes in video games are a form of gambling, and it is immoral to promote loot boxes, to have loot boxes in your games, etc., to people that are not full adults. To which I said, like, not a chance. Like, I grew up on Pokemon cards. Like, what do you think Pokemon cards are? You open up a pack, you don't know if you're going to get, like, that shiny gold Charizard or, like,
anything,
your 800th fire energy card. Like, you don't know what's inside that. And like, so for me, it's insane. And I got in a full-blown argument with a European about it, another YouTuber. And look, we couldn't see eye to eye. And that's why I think it's got to be a cultural thing, because I don't get it. As long as they're getting an object and they know the odds, it's fun. It's part of the mechanic of the game.
So I think for me,
I completely agree. It's like it's not like you're betting money against your own money, and then it's like when you lose, you have nothing to show for it. If you're getting something out of it, it's basically like you're purchasing something. You're purchasing something with the chance of it being something greater. And it's like if you're not buying the low end stuff, if you're not like I don't like the low end stuff, then why are you buying it in the first place? You know, like it's like you said with Pokemon cards, it's like the same with Magic cards, right? If you don't appreciate their intrinsic value, what are you doing in the first place? So like same thing with like CS:GO cases and everything. It's like if you're just going to be buying them to like open them to see if you can get a knife, it's probably not the wisest use of your money. It's like it's the same way that people like play the lottery. Like I'm wondering how like the Europeans that you were talking to, like what their views on the lottery are, if they even have them there. Like it's so weird to think that there would just be like no lottery over there, but like,
well, keep in mind they weren't defending it for adults.
Well,
to my knowledge,
absolutely,
they were only defending it for people under the age of 18. But my only thing about it is just, look, we could argue all day about in a game whether or not it makes for a good mechanic. Obviously, pay to win is frowned upon and can ruin games very quickly. So we're not talking about like whether a game should or whatever have it. It's more a matter of can they have it or not. And these people are under the impression that they can't. And I'm like, that is just wild. I don't get it. Like I said, I think it's...
So my 2 cents on it, honestly, is, and I worked at GameStop, and I've dealt with all different people of walks of life, different parents, different young adults, kids, everyone with varying, like, I've seen a lot, like, of different interpretations of different things in games. And for me, I think it should be sort of like an ESRB thing, similar to the App Store, where when you go to get a free app, it very clearly says contains in-app purchases, right? I just think all you got to do is slap on basically that on the ESRB list of what's in the game. And then as long as parents know that it does exist, then it's probably all that needs there. Because at the end of the day, kids usually don't have money. Kids have to go to their parents for money. So they have to go to their parents anyway. So it just adds another thing of just like holding parents accountable for not like overspending and controlling these habits and showing them that like, you know, it isn't this damning thing. It isn't anything else. I mean, at the end of the day, for me, I still wish just games were like the old Halo days. You just worked for all the cosmetics and shit you wanted.
Of course,
but
bro.
of
I
course,
had full Hayabusa
Yeah,
armor.
yeah, like that's how I wish
Katana.
it still was. But we can't really stop it. And at the end of the day, a lot of the best games, or not best, but I should say most popular games, Fortnite, League of Legends, yada yada, they're all free to play games that have just cosmetic stuff. As long as it stays cosmetic too, and it's not literally pay to win, and there's a bunch of red flags and a way to hold parents accountable, like I think it's passable, it's okay. Like it gets dicey when a kid's like 16, 17, has a part-time job, he can work finally, and then he has his money. It's like, what's he gonna do with it? But at the end of the day, that's them, right? You can't force them to do it. But yeah, I think for young kids, I think the parents should be involved enough to where, like, I don't think it could even be gambling because of how many hoops a kid would have to go through to even do it.
The biggest thing as well, keep in mind, difference between it is when you gamble, there's two differences. When you gamble, you're expecting the potential for a monetary return. This, you're not getting cash out of that loot box. So that's already off there. The second part of it is when you gamble, you don't know if you're going to get a reward. With a loot box, you know you're going to get a reward. You just don't know what. And those are the two major differences in my mind that make it morally culpable to promote loot boxes or have loot boxes in your video games, et cetera, et cetera. But hey, real quick, you said something about Halo 3, and I want to get something off my chest. Can I confess something to you guys?
Hit me with it, bro.
I straight up cheated to get Mongoose Mowdown and 2-for-1 Spartan Laser. I needed to get that katana, bro. Those are the last two achievements. I put my settings on an X.
Sorry, 1 second. I'm changing the server to fix the lag.
It's a switch. Switching
all right,
server.
I fixed it.
What I did. On my settings in the Xbox, I changed my location to Japan, and you'd go on at like 5 a.m. Eastern time, and at that time it was like a known thing. It was like a known thing at that time. That only people boosting at 5 a.m. Eastern time would put the Japan servers, and we would just straight up boost in Lone Wolves, and I just needed to get that off my chest.
Wow, honestly, that's probably been on your chest for a long time, and I'm really glad that you were able to come right out and say it, and just admit to being a complete scum of the earth,
fucking
dirt bag,
fake
no
ass
good,
for heaven, motherfucker.
Bro, even
I said it.
Even Zach Ray in the chat, it says Mongoose Mowdown. No. He said he did it too. He did it too. Yeah, exactly.
Zach, we have played games off stream recently. I can't be seen with you.
Mongoose Mowdown was broken and 2-for-1. Who's gonna get a double kill with 1 Spartan laser shot? Nobody.
Me.
No, you're wild.
I did do it. I swear to God. What was the map? What was the map? It was just like one giant lift that was like chrome and goldish, and like if you looked out, it was just like inside of a waterfall, and the sentinels were flying around.
Guardian?
Halo 3.
Yes. No, it was a Guardian.
No, it's not. It's not Epitaph.
No. I know exactly what you're talking about.
What the fuck is it?
Construct. That's it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Two people came up the lift.
In the middle.
Two people came up the lift.
That was one of my first gaming videos. Was how to glitch out of the map construct. So
I got it on that.
Yeah.
I literally kept charging it, and I thought one person was coming, and then I don't know if two people came at the same time. They were like fighting each other. They came up, and I fired trying to get one, and I got two. That was how I got it.
10 years ago, 47 seconds, Halo 3 under construct in Forge.
Holy!
Oh my God, bro! Could you put 14-year-old voice on the thing? Can I link?
Yeah. Link me. All right. Everybody. This is 14-year-old Jerome. I just want everyone to appreciate this real quick. Wait for it.
Hey everyone,
hey guys, it's Jerome here.
Shut up, it's playing.
So first you want to get into orb mode and hold down L as hard as you can into the stream, and you should be able to touch the bottom. Then you're going to want to put a receiver node down there. It'll take a while to find, but you should be able to find a good ledge around there. Yeah, right there. And you should be able to put the receiver node right there.
Oh, it's so good.
Love it.
Then once you do that, go anywhere else. Just put a sender node. I don't know why I got stuck in the ceiling. But jump through there, and you're underneath the map. So
funny to me, dude.
That's amazing.
Yep, happy forging.
It's a great part about growing up in the age we did is there's like recordings of us. Like there's like our parents' generation. Like there's no recording of my dad as a kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. Like we're the first generation where literally everything is on the internet in the history. So like,
For better or worse.
yeah.
yeah, for real, for better or for worse. My
For
God.
sure.
Matt, I might have one for you. So when you got me into Portal, I did my own shitty little speed run, which was like the console version of Portal in less than like 30 minutes, which was like impressive to me at the time. Okay,
That's still pretty good.
I might be able to find that and have little me on there if we want to.
I want you to know, Matt,
cool.
I used to flex on so many people saying that I know the guy who had the Xbox Portal speed record. I would, like, other like gamer nerds that I'd meet, I'd be like, yo, my boy, he's got the I used to
Yeah, that's cool.
I mean, dude, that was crazy. You had
The
the
guy.
record. You were #1 Xbox Portal player.
Yeah. It wasn't for
Number
too
one.
long actually. It wasn't for too long.
Who
but I had
cares
it-
how long? You're
Yeah.
#1, bro. You know how many people are #1 in that game ever? Like, bro, no. No.
Yeah. Those were the days, man. Those were the days. And then like back in like Portal 2, just like speedrunning all the individual chambers. That was pretty nuts as well. And just going in and getting like the world records on like the individual chambers for each of the Portal 2. I could never do a full game speedrun because it was too long. But there's some people out there who are nuts. Like somebody contacted me recently. This guy like Ziffy or something. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but he currently holds every single chamber record in Portal 2, which is like insane. And watching his videos, like I have no idea how he does it. Like this guy is literally the most mechanically talented player I've ever seen in my entire life for Portal. Like back in the days, like it didn't even matter like for your like your aim or like your movement, like that. Those weren't the things that you needed to refine to get like the world records, which I mean obviously to get on the leaderboard you didn't need them, but to get the world records, sure. But like you could easily cheese like a chamber with like a new route that you just invented, and like boom, that was it. Just like boom, with this route that I perfected that's optimal, I could just beat them with even just a little bit of like a failure like to the run. So being able to see this guy go and completely thrash everybody's times on every single chamber, and like he's messaging me, he's like, oh yeah, you inspired me to do this. I'm like, I don't know what to say, man. Like it's just so incredible.
Yeah, no, I mean that's got to be awesome, and especially too. I have a question because you're a speedrunner nowadays. Do you feel, because I've seen robots that an artificial intelligence that can beat certain games, get better and better and better, and self-learn and teach itself to do it over and over. Do you think that some of these records have been set by artificial intelligence?
I don't really think so. I think that people probably do have some illegitimate times on those chambers. I think that there's a lot
The task runs, right? The tool assistant?
Yeah, no, there are though. Like those, that's what they
Yeah.
say. They say that they're tasks, right? Yeah, maybe that's true though. Maybe there could be
Because
like some
some things-
task
now,
records
this
that
is
like
a
some people
game-
assume is like a real life player.
Well, here's a game like this game no one cares about at all. But as a for instance, someone programmed a bot. So like the dinosaur game on Google, where if you're offline,
Yes.
it can pull up the dinosaur game.
Yes.
No,
Matt, you've never done this?
no.
It plays a mini game inside the Google Chrome like browser where basically it's just like a little dinosaur runs to the right and you like dodge stuff and get out of the way and try to accumulate points. It's like a little thing to do when your internet doesn't work.
Okay. So someone invented like an AI to like get the top score in it, or?
Yes, exactly. And I'm so shocked.
Matt's never not had Wi-Fi.
The only way to show you it is there's a way to pull it up though without dinosaur game. How to pull up with Wi-Fi? Because I want you to experience this right meow.
Real quick, while you're
okay,
pulling that
okay.
up, I want to intervene real fast. So, Matt, remember how before remember how I mentioned to you that one of the ways you found me and we started talking was back in the day when there were video responses to videos?
Mm-hmm.
You guys opened them up and had people do that to the Master Quest or the Race to 50? Or not Race to 50. Yeah, or fuck, not Race, but like the Quest
Quest
to
of 50 plus.
Yeah, the first big one, right?
Yeah.
I found my fucking video response to, it says to Mitch, but it's to both of you, and you have a comment talking to me 8 years ago. It's the top comment on this video.
So Matt, did you see that? Did you go to that link?
Yeah, it's not loading actually. It's
For
not
the
loading.
viewer, that's the point. That's the point.
Okay.
So I'm actually gonna post this in your chat right there. That's a safe link, everyone. Chrome : / Dino /. So it's designed to not load a page, right?
Yep.
So if you didn't have internet, this is what you'd pull up. Hit the space bar, And this works whenever you don't have internet on a Chrome browser. That's
Nothing's
just
happening.
You put up that page and you click on the page to make sure you're not clicking on any other tabs and hit space.
Nothing's happening. Is
Are you
something
in
happening
Chrome?
for you?
Are you in Chrome?
Oh, I'm in Firefox, derp.
Okay, well.
I actually uninstalled Chrome. Sorry, I can't play
What?
this. Yeah, Chrome,
What?
Chrome takes too much like memory and like
That's it,
they
we're
have a lot of
sharing-
spyware.
How much
and
RAM?
stuff.
Do you have fucking 8 gigs of RAM?
They've got
What?
spyware. They've got spy. Chrome is like an indie company, you know,
my
like
God.
I don't really-
Google. Holy shit.
you guys can show me what's up, you know.
There we go. Boom. Did it pull
All
up?
right. Yeah, we see you.
All right, so normally this is what you get when you don't have Wi-Fi, right?
Yeah.
So literally all you got to do in Google Chrome, hit the space bar, boom, you are now the dinosaur.
Oh, sick.
And this works obviously offline. It's intended for offline play.
For sure.
And the longer you go, the faster it gets. And it gets faster and faster and faster. The moral of the story is no one cares about this game, but the world record, you can look up the YouTube videos, is held by an artificial intelligence that literally trained itself to just keep going and get better and better and better and better and better and better and better at the game. And it's essentially almost unbeatable.
Yep.
So I don't know, dude. I think there's going to come a time when most records in most video games for speedruns are just fake. And by the way, this is like a fantastic run, so we're going to keep going with it.
That's when
the
they're
thing
gonna
is-
have to legitimize them by like camera on hands, camera on person, inputs being tracked via like some sort of software. Like they're gonna have to like triple down on legitimacy at that point.
Well, it's got to be in person, like the record, like things. Bro,
Yo, it's nighttime. What happened?
I don't know. It's an incredible run. I've never gotten this far.
Yo, you're killing it, dude. You gotta get to 1,000.
Bro, we're gonna get to 1,000. Come on, let's go. Let's go.
Get to 1,000, man. You got this.
Come on. Come
Oh,
on.
it's daytime again. That was the shortest night I've ever seen.
Oh, that's the one.
Oh, you got 1,000. What a
Bro, this is
beast.
crazy.
Back in my day, we just played 3D space pinball on our Windows
Oh,
machine
I
when it
miss
didn't
those
work.
days.
There we go. Yeah. Bad game anyway.
Nice.
Turn on camera. That's the button.
Sweet. All right, yeah, that's so yeah, tasks, dude. That's what it is. It's a tool-assisted speedrun.
Yeah.
That's what they're called. They're called tasks, tool-assisted speedrun. And the craziest one I've ever seen was Portal 1. They have it in like less than 10 minutes. Like
The hops across the rooms, like it's fucking stupid. I've seen that speedrun.
The video starts. The video starts, and he just flies out of like the starting room into like the chamber, and I'm like, I'm done. I'm
through the
done.
chamber, it's
Like
like,
you
no.
got me. You've convinced me that no human can do this. Like just with that one maneuver, it's.
Task stuff is cool to watch, but it's like at the end of the day, it always is just like meh to me because it just removes all the human like error and element to it, to where it's just like this is cool, but like it's infeasible, like to where it's just like, man, it'd be cool if a human could do this, but
There's
like
so
it's a pipe dream.
much illegitimacy in like the speedrunning community. Like it's actually insane. Like you would be fucking surprised, man. Like I saw this I see videos all the time on YouTube, like top 10 speedrunners who cheated and stuff like that. And like one of them was like this guy who was playing like a cooperative speedrun. Essentially, it was segmented for like 3 different speedrunners, and his segment that he sent was made with host timescale 0.5, which means that during the speedrun, he was playing at half speed. So every single movement that he had twice as long to react, and he had twice as long to actually like hit the shots and everything. And then he sped the recording up and sent it to them, and they caught him because they realized that some of the ways that the physics were moving in the game that weren't congruent to the regular point, the regular 1.0 like speed of it. So. And like stuff like that happens all the time. It's crazy. Like people splice their runs. You see it like all the time, and like it's just crazy. Like the real speedrunners are the ones that you see streaming. The ones who are streaming their runs are the ones that are like the real speedrunners, who are actually like super passionate about their craft, and they're amazing at the game, and they really just want to set world records like that. And like me, I was just a kid in my bedroom, like playing every single day to try to get to it, and like. It was on Xbox, right? Like I had a controller in my hand. There was so much stuff that could go wrong.
Like I don't know, man. I feel like I would just get frustrated after like even an hour of trying to speedrun. Like that probably took what? If you had to even estimate 500, 1,000 hours, 1,500 hours.
For what?
To be number one.
To be number one.
To be number one.
Number one.
To break records, it's got to be pretty much nonstop. Like
to be the best, man.
Dude,
Think
to be the
about
best,
that.
it's
How long does that take you? Estimate, like 1,500, 2,000 hours?
Not that much. Not that much at all, actually. It's not. It really came down to like the way that the community was back in the day. Like in Portal 2, there was like the thing is, the reason why I'm not. This has kind of haunted me for a while, but I wasn't really like the greatest Portal 2 speedrunner like back in the day. Even now, like I look back and I don't see it with regrets, but I sort of see it as like, shit, man, the times were different. Because back in the day, like there was ways to get scripts to like help you bunny hop, and that's essentially what I did because everybody was using them. I was looking at them on forums and I was like, how do you bunny hop? How do you bunny hop? Like this is the number one thing that everyone does. And they're like, oh, first you download this script. And I'm like, what do you mean? And it's like, yeah, you get this script and you just go bunny hop and you can set records. I'm like, okay. So like I tried to download it and it didn't work. So I was like, this is shit. Like I'm not gonna do this. So then like I had somebody make one for me and it worked fine. And then I was like, okay, this is like the way that I can bunny hop now. And like that circumvented like a huge portion of the game for me. So like I never really needed to learn how to bunny hop using the scroll wheel like a lot of other people. So like that was in a way me cheating, which by the way, back in the day, there was even like everybody was like doing that to some degree. Like nowadays, I think they like don't care. Even now they don't care. I think if you use bunny hop scripts, there's like way worse scripts that you can use. But I still think that by itself, like the fact that not a lot of people knew about scripting and not a lot of people knew about like bunny hopping, it gave me such a huge advantage just based off of that research.
Oh shit.
So yeah, somebody donated $10. Jerome, why did you change your name from Hacksource to Jerome?
Usernames from Hacksource to
JeromeASF.
I mean, mostly because I made that name in like 5th grade when I thought it was cool, and
that's why my old name died, bro. Same shit. Like that's why I ditched that a long time ago.
Well, here's the difference though, Jack. Do you know what I was escaping to become cool with the name Hacksource?
Oh no.
And I'm gonna go to the bathroom on this, so I can't hear your guys' laughter. But my name up until then on the interwebs, because my mom let me make my name in 4th grade, was CharizardAce@AOL.com.
Nice.
Oh my god! And Chad even knew that too.
Holy shit! Chad even knew about that.
Chad called that.
What? That's crazy.
Alpha Elephant. That's what I remember.
Yeah.
Because that was his gamer. That was his gamer tag. Matt, can you make the box a little bit bigger? Like I don't know if I have old man eyes or what, but I can't even read the chat. Can you guys read the donation question, or am I just blind?
I could put I can make it a bit bigger.
Obviously, it doesn't have to like go across you or like on top of you, but
yeah, I just want to like sort of get that out there that like I used to script in Portal 2, and like I know that a lot of people used to do that as well, but I know a lot of people frowned upon that and like don't like it as well, and that's why I try not to talk about it too much. Like I'm not too proud of that, to be completely honest. Like I'm a different person now, and I can look back and I could see that gave me a massive advantage over people who wouldn't be using that, and it was like completely unfair for me to do that. So like I'm a completely different person when it comes to that, and to be honest, I've been punished for doing that in my entire life. Like I'm gonna like sort of like gush a bit here, but Jerome.
Yeah.
You know how I just said like I used to use scripts in Portal 2 to bunny hop?
Yeah.
That in itself led me to believe that I had more talent than I did. And that in itself led me to pursue to be a competitive Dota 2 player, because I believed that if I could be the best in one game, then I could be the best in another. And
wait, Zach just sent me a pic. Can we get Zach in here? He just sent me a text, and I just.
Yeah. We could pop him in here. We can
throw him up. We could throw him up on top of Jerome.
We'd have to like get like another text box for you, but. Anyways, long story short, no one really cares about it. I'm gonna stop fucking talking right now because
forgive yourself, buddy. Forgive yourself.
Yeah, no, I forgive myself. I just don't want people to be upset about it. That's the main thing, because it was so long ago and it doesn't mean anything now. But.
Mm-hmm. Matt, my heart is broken. Bro, you were number 1.
Like,
yeah, bro. Who cares?
As short as it was.
Yeah,
still
take it in.
You gotta
bud.
do
You
what
were
you
the
gotta
best.
do, man. You gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta do what you gotta do. I was.
exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I tried. I tried my best, and like
Bro,
I had to do what I had to do.
Lucky Daily. I want another Kingdom for Keflings movie. You have no idea how much fun that was. I remember, and I was on like a Friday, and it was like a Friday night. We got home from school. We were up till like 2, 3. Like those were the days, dude. Oh my gosh.
Jerome, I think you and I talked about. I told you a little bit about this. I think off stream once, or maybe it was at the tail end of Zach's stream. But the thing I remember most, like once I resaw it, was like of me and you. It was the only time like you and I were like, I don't even know, like the leads in video, like trying to like be the main in the video. We were doing zombies on Ascension. Funny enough, we were talking about it. Yeah. One of the like top 5 most viewed videos on the ASF channel. You're literally standing in a corner, and I'm just guard dogging you, like while you stand in a corner on Ascension, and we're just like shooting the shit. It was us, Rainman, and then one other person I can't remember.
Wait, really? Why was this one on the top video? What was
It's got like 300, 400k views, and like you go to it.
It had a clickbate title. It said 5-person zombies.
Yeah, and it's just like you, for the first, like, I don't even know how many minutes, are just standing there, and I'm, like, guarding your ass. And
wait,
it's crazy to me.
We clickbaited as 5 That's just straight up lying.
Yeah.
I think there were 5 people commentating was the only, like, truth.
That was it. That was it. Hey, could you guys add Zach to the call? I think that if I start clicking things, it's going to mess up the stream a bunch.
Yeah, let me try.
That is so sad. I just looked. We had no million-view videos on that channel.
Yeah. Yeah, it's real. It's really
but
like...
that doesn't even seem accurate. I could have sworn we did have like 1 or 2.
We didn't, actually.
Shocking.
Oh, man. Okay.
Good luck.
Okay, we're gonna full jank this, and we're just gonna make one tile all 3 face cams for you guys.
You can't just copy paste window capture, just adjust each one?
No, because it's like a stagnant... Fuck.
Oh my god, don't drag the whole thing.
It's like a stagnant spot that's just filming like a cropped portion of my screen, so.
Oh my
Zach!
god. Oh my god, this is so scuffed.
Let's get him in here.
Hello.
There he is, the man, the myth, the legend.
Hold on. There we go.
What video is Jack talking about? I'll link it.
That's the cat. That's what he sent me a picture of. Was him
I've come out as my true persona.
Oh no, Zach, not you too. First Jerome and now you?
Bro, wait, what do you mean first Jerome? I am not a furry. What is that?
don't be like that. Don't be like that, Jerome. We know Baka. We know Baka's your true persona.
Bro, I actually met a furry and I didn't understand.
I didn't know what he was looking at.
No, I didn't know what it was about, and he wasn't like in his persona. I saw his Twitter, and we met at a convention. I don't even want to like. I don't want to like.
It's a great story. Continue, man. Like, don't keep it going.
So he works in the gaming space.
Sure.
And
you don't have to say who he is.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying not to do, but I'm trying to describe the scope of what was going on. Anyway, he worked for them, and they wanted me to work with that company. And so I did the limited research I did, which means I went on Twitter to like look these people up. And I was like, oh, wow, like he's just straight up a furry. I was like, I've never, like, look, at the time, obviously, I'm not going to lie to you. I'll be straight. I had my predisposed, like...
naive ideals.
Assumptions.
Yes. I had my ignorant assumptions is what it would be. I'll admit it. I'll straight up admit it. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to go in with an open mind. And I got to know the guy. Super cool dude. Super whatever. And then one night we're just hanging out, and I'm just like, all right, you got to let me know. You got to tell me. Forgive me. I don't know. Tell me about... first.
I want to be first. So I am a snow fox, and my name is Snowdrop, and
Well, he explained it to me, and it was interesting. I was like,
for the uninformed in the stream, would you care to explain?
Yes, the way he was described to me, because the first question I had was like, so like, is it? And he's like, yeah, like ask away. And I was like, okay. I'm like, and you won't be offended, right? And he goes, no. I'm like, okay. I'm like, because I'm ignorant, and I would like to just understand. So if that's cool with you, and he goes, yeah, and I'm like, okay, cool, thank you. Because some people aren't cool with that. Like if you just straight up say I'm ignorant about something, people assume you're just,
like baiting, like gaslighting almost.
Well, exactly, yeah. And I was just like, look, I'm ignorant. Please educate me. I'm curious, and I don't want these. We all think the same thing. We think furries, right? And like I don't want to.
They don't exactly have the best reputation.
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't want to think bad about this guy. I know nothing about him outside the scope.
Right.
Like whatever. And I was like, so like, is it like a sexual thing? Like, what's the is that it? Like that's the whole like shebang? Like that's what you're into? He goes, no. He's like, that's like, it doesn't have to be any of that at all. He's like, it's about your persona. And this is the first time I heard persona. I was like. Your what? He goes, persona, like your furry persona. And I was like, okay, like you gotta have to go into that a little more. And he was like, well, like, so you've seen my Twitter thing. I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, he's like, that's, me, like my personality in furry form. He's like, it's not about any of that stuff. It's about your how you feel. It's about your feeling. I was like,
thanks for this, Zach, by the way.
And bro, and I literally and I was like, look, dude, I'm like, don't take it the wrong way. I'm trying to get it. I don't get it, but I respect you. I'm like,
I'm trying,
I'm trying. I don't get it. I'm like, but I respect you and I like you and you're a cool dude. And we're good. Like we were friends. Like we're still cool. Mm-hmm. We're still cool to this day. But like
it wasn't a deal breaker. Like
no, I mean the dude's cool. I don't get it. I if he had told me it was like a sexual thing, I would have at least be like I'd at least be able to be like, okay, like my mind can perceive what's going on here. But as soon as he said that wasn't it, he lost me. Like my brain just like shut down. I was like,
I would have understood if you were banging as an animal. I don't understand if you're not banging.
It's like almost like why not at that point? Like it's like you got this far.
But yeah, so I tried. But at the end of the day, what I will say is completely normal, cool dude.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. It's a thing.
I was in the same boat where like I kind of struggled with like accepting it, like understanding it, and whatever.
Adorable cat, by the way.
But for me, the thing that did it for me is like the best fighting game player of pretty much all time because he's so good at so many games. Is Sonic Fox.
Yeah,
and he's like the kind of not furry idol, but like furry incarnate, where everyone can look up to him and like kind of learn about it.
Furry idol,
furry Jesus, if you could.
Furry Jesus, if you will, like kind of the role model for it, and like the representative, like the guy who's in the limelight of being furry.
I think the right word was idol, because to be fair, he was the first public figure furry that I've ever heard of.
That's what I'm saying. I respect him a lot for that. Like that's crazy.
My girlfriend and I were at the Game Awards last year, and that's how I met him. And Erica actually just said that in your chat. That she goes, "We saw him at the Game Awards." Yeah, and like that was my first introduction to like him.
You had to go to the fucking Game Awards?
Yeah, dude. I got invited again.
Of course you can.
I got invited again this year, and she was like, "I got finals," and I was like, "Who cares about your finals?" But
do you need a date? Do you need a date or
on the red carpet? Me and Zach.
The things I would do.
I'll put up.
Oh god.
The favors. Oh, what? No, cut the stream. Cut it.
Cut it.
No. Anyway, so furries, right? It's not a sex thing. Who would have thought, right? So anyway.
Yeah, sure. We believe you, buddy. Sure.
Listen. I'm not saying I would take a ride on the Jerome Derby to go to Game Awards, but
if you're wearing a fursuit, then that's a way different story.
You're not the one that has an animal for a name.
Oh shit! You literally have a furry name. Those are your fursona. My brain is breaking right now. Oh my god!
Nobody clip this, please. Nobody clip this.
Everyone clip this.
You shut your mouth.
I'm not laughing to even defend myself.
Exactly. That's how you get them. You laugh them into submission.
That's good.
Jack, you're treading on thin ice. Listen, chat. It's all good and fun here. If you can't listen, I was telling my girlfriend about this. I was like, you and your like friends are like bros. The more like homosexual it just gets, like comfortably, everyone acts very like homosexual. It means like they're bros.
Then
like,
the stuff we said back in the ASF days, we were borderline blood brothers.
Yeah, we were related. We were related at that point. Like it was bad.
Oh, we said things.
We said things. We had a couch.
Roses are
There was
red.
a couch involved.
Violets are blue. Get in the van. I have a good.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk about the cuddle times.
Oh God.
New Jersey, okay?
Yeah. The New Jersey trip. That'll always go.
It was so good.
Yeah. That trip was awesome, to be honest. I think that one of the greatest portions of that whole trip was just like meeting like the fans. Like, remember how the fan meetup that we did? Like the impromptu.
It was great.
Like that was
kids,
awesome.
That was awesome.
And then like the guy brought his dad, who was like a professional. What was
a
it?
Magician.
Yeah, he was a magician. He was a professional magician.
Was it a magician or blue balloons? I couldn't remember.
No, it was sleight of hand. Dude.
I remember the fan meetup, but I don't remember a dad, like a fan.
Yeah, him and his dad.
Yeah. He was a sleight of hand magician. He took us over to like one of the picnic tables right outside like the balloon popping game that you were like destroying at with like the pitches that you would do.
Oh,
and
bro,
he would just be there with his deck of cards and he would just do all of these crazy tricks with it. You don't remember that? He did it for like an hour. We were mind blown.
This was after Jack's time at the SF, so I wasn't there.
I remember dumping $300 into video blackjack for a toaster oven that I still have in my garage.
You told this story before, and it still makes me laugh.
Oh, that's good.
You remember that, Jerome?
Wait, what was that?
When we dumped $300 into video blackjack for tickets so we could buy a toaster oven?
Oh, we did. We got.
Yeah,
that.
I have that toaster oven in my garage.
He's got the George Foreman.
Bro,
It's that little tiny toaster oven.
We won a toaster oven, and we won a handful.
We won about 300 sticky hands.
Oh yeah, the sticky hand.
And like candy or something like that. But
you know, I still like when I like to this day. Whenever I like end up at an arcade with people, I will retell them the story of how we actually, because they're like, no one ever wins that. Oh, yes, we did.
Yes, we did. We tried like
poster.
We did something like 20 different games, and we were trying to like strategic, like which is the best odds, which is giving us the best amount of tickets. And we found those like little like video pokers in the back room.
Yeah.
And we would just slap buttons. We wouldn't even play right. We would just slap enough, and we would just get tickets and win.
Yeah.
We're like, this is working for us.
Oh, we got a full house. Here's 1,000 tickets.
Funneling, and we just funnel it money. And we're like, how much money do we spend? We're not questioning it. We want the toaster oven.
Bro, there is a song from that trip that I always go on like a tirade of having to search for it because the music we used to listen to back then was so awesome, and I keep forgetting it. So maybe you guys can help me out here.
Shoot,
it was no. Like
oh, thank
was it like EDM? Was it rock?
It was June 2012. It was EDM. It wasn't Cobra Starships, but it was like that. It was that era. It was like the Skrillex era. Like
yeah.
Was it Sunshine or whatever? It was like put on those shades or something like that. Like it was a popular song at the time we listened to.
But it was a remix. Like, it was like something.
Was
like
it a
that.
remix?
And bro, and whenever I think of that trip, I think of this song, and whenever I think of this song, I get angry because I can't remember the name of it.
Because you can't remember the name of it,
and it really pisses me off because it's a great song, and I just can't think of it.
When I wake in the morning and I step outside.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, you ever had those things where like I can't even remember the lyrics. I don't remember how it goes. I just remember the song bangs hard.
Yeah.
No, I know what you mean.
Look up what was the top 40 in summer 2012. It's probably on there.
You're a madman, Jack.
Oh, wow.
Top 40 EDM 2012.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Wow. Jack, you're getting into some dangerous territory here because we got Afrojack on here.
Yeah, let's go Afrojack.
All right.
Listen.
Afrojack was nuts, man. I remember Zach loved him. We were listening to that stuff together. It was
another
so funny.
song just like it was Cinema. Remember, like
Cinema, dude.
Cinema. Holy
you
shit.
are cinema.
Made in the City.
I can watch it forever.
Bro, all these songs, I can't think of the song.
Was it by Zed?
No.
I don't think Zed was around
Is it
yet.
Denise Koyu Bong?
What?
Number 38 on. It's just the number 38 on the Bro
Never
Bible.
call this number again.
Was it Medion? Oh, was it Medion?
Oh,
Pop Culture?
It wasn't Madian. It wasn't Pie. No, that's a great song. That's what I'm saying. That whole era was great.
Remix. So, that's just a butt. I don't know what album that is.
Wait. Rainbow Sprinkles. Decisions. Was that it?
Oh,
Decisions.
Decisions.
Was that it? Because that sounds so.
This podcast might have single-handedly cured a decade-long anger for Jerome.
Decisions, EDM
Was
song.
that it? That might not have been it though. Decisions.
By Borgor? Was it Borgor?
It might have been Borgor.
It wasn't it. It wasn't it.
I know we listened to Borgor a whole bunch.
We did. We listened to all these things, dude.
Was it Cream?
But what was it? Like, maybe I might even own it on my Apple thingy music. Let me see.
Oh, dude, you would have found it a long time ago. If
Somebody go get their iPod Nano and figure out.
Wait, iTunes is no more too, right?
Is
They
it?
have to do it. I think they rebranded or like changed it. I can't remember. Like just recently, I swear.
Yeah.
God, what is this song?
Oh man, it's just like there's so
'Cause
many
it was-
songs back in the day. Like that's why like Zed really isn't that new. I don't.
It wasn't
think
Harlem
it might have
Shake,
been. It might have been Skrillex, like Bangarang, like not Bangarang, but like
Remember Centipede? I remember
Was it
that one.
Knife
was
Party?
it? Just could have been Knife Party.
Knife Party, I think, is who I'm thinking
Here, hold
of
on.
too.
Oh, I have really old playlist on my YouTube channel of just EDM songs. I'm just gonna rattle
Did
some
you
off.
use the song in the montage video you made of the trip?
No. Oh no, it was definitely copyrighted.
That didn't stop long.
Did you guys talk about it?
No, dude.
Damn.
I can't explain to you why I associate that song with this trip so much, and I can't.
Okay.
This might haunt me till the day I die.
No.
Wait, I just saw a comment in chat. I would frick Jack. Am I flattered? Am I? Thank you. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Okay. Well, everybody likes to be fricked every
Pendulum.
once in a while.
True. I'll take the flattery.
Okay, this playlist is called Dak Stack. How about One Click Headshot Feed Me? How about
my God, call me a spaceman.
Last Time by Labyrinth?
I remember Labyrinth too. Holy shit. Welcome to the We Pick Jerome's Brain section of the podcast, where we
How about-
try to find this song.
Nero, Crush on You?
Wait! It
what
was
I'm
Nero.
thinking. I'm
It
like,
was.
was
I
it
don't think it was
Nero?
Crush on You. It wasn't Crush You, but Nero was in the song. Matt. Keep doing it.
I was thinking.
Keep doing it. Keep doing it.
Nero. 20. Matt.
Yeah, it's playing.
No, I can't hear the song. But-
Promises?
Ah! The remix of Promises. Oh my god.
Link it. Drop it in the Discord.
The remix of Promises?
Wait. It had to have been. I'm pretty sure. I'm like 99.
You got me so
It's got to be this one. Nero Promises with Skrillex. That might have been the one.
This is like backwards Shazam. Holy shit.
All right, when
Bro,
we
we
open it up
saw
our
that.
detective agency.
Bro, wait. Oh my god, this is it!
Let's go!
This
Because
is
I
it!
did it, chat!
Is it? Oh my god!
Okay, let's hear it.
That's a song, dude!
Oh yeah, I know the song.
When we
Oh,
work
yeah,
together.
this song was such a
like
banger.
tightly knit team.
I can't believe we did this, man!
Oh, dude, I remember this song too.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Oh, this is filthy. I love it.
We drove
Screw
around.
the copyright infringement. Let's play it.
God, I'm not gonna be listening to this for the next 3 months. Oh yes.
We drove around New Jersey when I got there. We stopped at a Best Buy or something like that, and we drove around and we just banged to this for 20 minutes.
Well, if the VOD doesn't get muted, we can figure out a way to go in and mute that part or cut that part real quick.
I'm buying it right now, so that way I can get my girlfriend with this song.
We'll get
There
take care
you
of
go.
the VOD doesn't get muted.
man.
You guys can see it on
There you
YouTube.
go. That's hype. That's freaking hype, man. I'm glad we got to the bottom of it.
Holy shit!
Oh man, that's epic.
Is this the part where we try to get Mitch? Is this the part?
Because
where we try to
it's
find
crazy.
him?
Because
could
I
get
was just
him.
looking at Promises. I'm like, wait, Promises came out 8 years ago. Wait, the math adds up.
Bro,
It's like that image of dude, that gif of Zach Galifianakis with all the numbers flying through his head. It's just that's you. That's you. You're just there like the numbers.
so happy,
What do
guys.
they mean?
Numbers, mate.
Oh, good
my
stuff.
gosh, that made me so happy.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. If this podcast did anything, it's we laid
It solved
Jerome's
an
mind to
age-old
rest.
problem. Yeah.
Yep.
Jerome's not angry anymore.
Yep. Yep, that's great.
I was in a constant state of anger.
That's a secret. He's
always on edge. You're like a 10% edge just daily, just because you could not figure out that song.
We cured him. Why is Zach all of a sudden just the only thing
my
in
God.
the
I tried to add Mitch. I'm actively trying to add Mitch. And it's just we got set.
Bow down, peasants.
Wait,
Kneel before your rightful ruler.
I don't know. Is he here?
I don't think he's here, man.
I don't know if he actually accepted it.
I don't know either, man.
It's green on Discord, so I tried. I didn't know if he was actively at his desk.
Wait, have you? Here, I'm gonna give him a phone call. Let's see if we can get him.
Oh shit,
Oh, that'd be hype.
Matt! You're gonna have to make all the the cameras like bigger once we get 5 people.
Oh yeah, no, dude. Let's get the artist to make a slot machine with 4 slots, and then one with 5 slots, and we'll just have the different like scenes
Just
we
swap
can have.
them out for however
and it'd be
many guests you
perfect.
have.
Somebody
we didn't
clip
even think
this
of
so I can send it to my artist and just know that you're enforcing this on her.
Well, we're spitballing, you know. Like these are just ideas. I mean, we can have it
she's
full jank
cool.
like we have it now, and it'll look like
Yeah.
shit. But I mean,
More like Matt underneath everything. Get to work.
No. I'll forward it to her. I'll get her in the loop. She's cool. Plus, it probably wouldn't be too bad. Probably just cut the top off and paste it on the top, maybe. I don't know. I don't know shit about art. I never want to try and make art out to be easier than what it is. I know it's hard as fuck because I have no talent. Like,
Skabash wants me to get in my rocket ship.
That random French lady that answered the phone when you like take too long.
oh wait, what?
Jerome, do you remember the
whenever you call
rocket ship
French
from
Canadian,
the
and their phone was like, she's super, and you're like, I don't want this at all. I called Mitch.
Why do you sound better than me? I don't like this.
Mine is like usually it's just like the Verizon number you have tried to reach is unavailable. Like it's just the most generic like.
Well,
Yeah, but that in
that's
French.
Whoa.
That's what it is, yeah. When you call it a French Canadian, it's like.
Bonjour, le numéro que tu appelles n'est pas en service maintenant. S'il vous plaît, appelle un autre numéro.
Matt, I don't know what you just said, but you sound better than me, and I don't like it.
Oh. C'est leur langage de français. Oh, oui.
I whispered sweet generic like 8th grade French to Matt before the podcast started. It had like a very bastardized American accent.
Dude,
like,
your French is about as good as my Japanese.
We both suck dick at these languages. Is what it sounds like.
5. I'm like, ich ni san
Bro,
shi go
that was- how old was I?
nanahatsu kuju. Like,
I was in ASF last time. I think I learned French. That's how long ago it was.
dude, I
Put it in
live
perspective.
in Quebec, mon esti de calice tabarnak. C'est un full chier maintenant.
I
Full
live in the Midwest where we speak K-Kona. All right, that's what
We
we
speak
here.
American here.
We
Hello?
speak Kentucky, Virginia, Ohio. Yeehaw, brother.
Yeehaw, brother.
Yeah.
How
I speak American.
How I speak is how my family sounds at family reunions. It's
I
fucking
Okay.
bad.
Okay,
I
I'm the
speak great
Canadian. I'm the Canadian here. I've got 3 Americans with me. U.S. politics. Go.
Oh no, we're not.
Go.
doing
It's
that.
a
Oh,
shitstorm.
no,
It's a fucking
How do you
shitstorm.
say brother in French?
Yeah.
Yeah, frère.
What is it?
Frère.
Frère?
Mon
Sounds like
frère.
you're spitting on
Mon
me.
frère.
Frère.
Like I've always had a sister, so for me it's
let
mon
get this
sœur.
straight.
we go.
Yeehaw, frère.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeehaw, frère.
Like even in Spanish, like yeehaw, hermano. I don't know, bro.
Yeehaw, hermano.
It just doesn't-
Yo, thank you,
Yeehaw, mon chéri.
thank you,
Yeah,
Shen
brother.
and Spirit for clipping that for me. I'm gonna send that to her later. Just
Yeah,
see her
brother.
reaction. When he Mitch, listen, unless you guys spam his Twitter, we tried. All right, I'm not telling you to. Spam
Yeehaw, mon chum.
I called him, but he didn't answer because he hates us.
Just don't spam Mitch's Twitter. Don't spam it. All right, just don't do
Don't.
it. He probably wouldn't like that. Okay, he probably wouldn't be a fan of talking to you guys and being
Listen,
on the
guys,
podcast.
nobody likes waking up to 100 notifications on their Twitter. Like, come
Nobody
on.
Nobody wants the attention of being wanted and seen on a podcast. Like, come on, nobody wants that.
Go spam Mitch.
Go spam Mitch. Hashtag spam Mitch.
Just for fun. Just for fun. He's not gonna come, but it's just for fun. Just so that he knows that he was wanted at some point, you know?
Plus, not to mention, we have to make up for the fact that his episode is the lost episode. It's episode 0 of the podcast.
By the way, it's confirmed that Wolfles is our guest for next week. So get hyped.
Yeah, say that now?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Just want to throw that out there right now.
For the uninformed.
While we're on the topic of guests.
For the uninformed.
Yeah.
Who is Wolfles?
Wolfles is the original guy that I took chocolate milk from in a wine glass. So that's the most famous thing he's known for. So,
all right, I legitimately don't know.
Okay. So he
I
also
actually don't know.
So he
I was
also
trying not
owns
to say it, but I said it.
So he also owns Cosmic PvP. Okay.
Oh. What the fuck am I going to say to this guy?
He's one of the few guys I have made mad in the past.
Well, we
filmed with the giant dick.
Yeah, with the giant dick. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was.
For the giant penis.
You know what made me so sad for so long, Zach? Is that was, I think, the last time we had talked.
I think it was.
And it was just you making a giant penis. Never talked again. And people would be like, hey, like, you used to talk to Zach. And I'm like, no,
it's just the one memory of you. It's just the schlong with the little white wool coming out at the top. Like,
not since the penis incident.
I just picture Jerome thinking I just moved to a farm upstate and I'm having a great life.
Bro, I didn't dude. I had no idea. I thought you were mad at us back then.
No.
Me and Zach talked about it afterward, after the last week's podcast. I thought he was mad at us because I thought he was like, "You guys have changed." And to be fair, we did change. Like that would have been totally cool. Like,
maybe not cool, not cool, but understandable.
Like about a year before that incident happened, it would have been just.
Have you ever rewatched our multi-failing series?
Yeah, it was fucking crazy, man. We didn't give a shit. It was nuts. It was crazy. We had 2 videos that we were like, this is too much. We can't do this anymore. We're not doing a single thing. It's just pure chaos. We're still looking for the cake, to this day. So
I will say one thing I don't miss back then was the non-contractual business agreements we all had, where Mitch would just arbitrarily decide how much money he'd give us from the server.
Yeah. You straight up, yeah. I remember I had to dig at him for so long. I was like, listen, Mitch. Because you remember the videos where we made, me and Mitch, where we did the upgraded zombies, upgraded guns from Black Ops?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
You know, it was me in all of those videos running around and upgrading the guns, and he was just recording it. You know how much I had to shake him down to get a penny from him? From that, I'm like, dude,
Can I go to poker night with the boys this week? I don't know. Is Mitch gonna just arbitrarily cut my split? I don't know.
Oh yeah,
that filthy businessman, that ruthless businessman.
I will say, I don't think I ever took a dime from ASF.
That's fucking crazy.
Never did.
That's
because
insane.
I didn't deserve it. Back then, I thought I didn't deserve it. I was like, I'm just there helping. It's thing.
That's how I felt.
I think the most I ever did was ask Mitch for some money to help buy the next COD or something like that, so I could play more with you guys. But that was about it. I never took a dime. Never.
I think we had a fundraising live stream for when we flew you down to or we flew you.
Yeah,
up
we
to,
did. We did.
Yeah, to New Jersey.
And I was too afraid to fly, so I took a fucking 24-hour train.
I remember that. I remember we dropped you off at the train station.
Well, I flew back because I did not want to take that train again. It was 24 hours just staring at a wall.
That's crazy.
And I was so nervous, I didn't know what to do. I didn't eat for 18 of those hours.
Oh my god, that sounds
awful.
It
was a whole thing. Did I never say?
You're nuts.
I think I vaguely remember you telling us how miserable it was, but by all means, feel free to share.
Yeah. So me and my mom drove up to Alabama, it was something an hour or two into Alabama, to the closest Amtrak station. That was the only train that basically existed.
Amtrak doesn't come down to Florida?
Nope. It can't deal with the clay and sand. What's gonna happen?
That's crazy because I know Amtrak goes straight up to.
We have boxcar trains and everything like that for in the industry, but Amtrak, no Amtrak's in Florida. Maybe the closest was 4 or 5 hours away. But the closest for me was in Alabama, an hour or two away. So My mom drove me up there. She, hung out for a bit because we got there like 3 hours early. So that was a whole ordeal. We had to wait for our train. She hung out with me for a while. It was miserable because it was hot, no AC, and a little train station. And eventually got on the train, said goodbye and everything, had my bag packed. And I'm like, 24 hours, I realized it was 24 hours, like not the day or two before. I'm like, I can do this. No problem. Found my seat. So if this is the entire train car, if this is the entire train car I was in, and there's little seats just slotted along, and then there's the doorways at the end. So you have like seat, kind of like an airplane, the seats in an airplane. Up the middle and everything. I was the very front. I'm like, oh, this is going to be awesome. I have most leg room. This is going to be great. Yeah, the front of a connecting train. So there's no window right here. So I sat by myself staring at a wall. I had no rest because the wall was about 3 feet in front of me. So I had nothing to like pull down to like set a tray or anything so I could watch YouTube or like movies or anything like that. So I had like a little laptop that would just keep overheating on my lap or just like holding it or anything. So I'd like get comfortable. And it was 24 hours. And nobody explained how like the food cart worked. So like I thought it was like, oh, they come down and they check up on you. I thought it was something like that because I was young. I didn't understand how it worked. So I'm like sitting there, and I am on my phone texting mom like, oh, so far in, whenever I had signal because it was like kind of spotty. And like I had like some snacks, ate them in like the beginning as soon as I got there because I was nervous eating. Ate them like as soon as I got there, and I'm like, well, this is my life now for the next 24 hours. So I'm like, okay, 6 hours in, I'm like, I'm so hungry. When are they going to come around to take my order? Hour 7, okay, they're not going to come take orders. And I'm like, okay, so I just have to like fend for myself. And I see like in the door,
there was like a deer in the distance, and you had to like get your bow and arrow and then snipe it out, and then you could carve up some venison.
Well, the thing was like the door, literally the food cart was the cart in front of me. I had to just get up and walk 3 feet, and I could have eaten. I didn't understand how my brain was dumb. I'm dumb, big dumb. So I'm just like, I see, I'm like, oh, there's food in there. How does this work? 12 hours later, 18 hours in, I'll finally go get some food at like 6 o'clock in the morning. And I just sat there by myself in a train cart with a little coffee and a cinnamon roll going, yeah, this is the life.
This is the life. This is it. Right? I have a pinnacle. I have ascended. Third eye open.
Now, the real big thing you told me there that reminds me of the old days. When you 6 o'clock in the morning, me going right now, I was like, oh God, I can't imagine staying up that late. But we used to do that all the time back then.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I don't know about you guys, but the last like 2 years, I felt like such an old man. Like I get tired at like 9 o'clock nowadays.
Oh yeah, no, I know.
Yeah,
I know exactly what you mean, man.
I'm not saying you're a little bitch, but yeah. No, dude, it's crazy. Like sometimes if I literally have absolutely nothing going on, it's so easy. But otherwise, like if I stream and I have a couple people there, or like I'm playing League or like something, like I can keep myself up. And sometimes it's dangerous when I have shit to do tomorrow because I'll sleep in too late. I never used to be like that. I feel like I'm reverse of how I used to be. I used to get up really early, go to bed decent time, and now I'm up all fucking night. And I'm ass backwards now.
Someone in chat requested the story of when I flew into New Jersey, just because we're on topic for that. And
oh my gosh, that's right. You got detained.
Yeah. Detained is a strong word for it. I would more likely say I was yeah, no, Detained's pretty good actually. I like Detained because I flew into New Jersey and it was Newark, right?
Yeah,
and I had no idea that Newark had this reputation of being like a hugely crime filled city, and it's like not made for like tourists or visitors whatsoever. So then it's like
or the people who live there,
or anybody else for that reason. So we have me coming in. I'm just like level 17-year-old. Like I've got my bag on me. I'm all alone and stuff. They go up there. All right, so where are you staying here? I'm like, oh, I'm staying at my friend's house. It's like, do you have his address? No.
Oh my god!
And then he asked, where does he live? He goes,
he lives in Newark. He lives in Newark. It's like, what do you mean he lives in Newark? And he's like, yeah, he lives in Newark. And he's like, do you have his number or anything? No. So how did you meet this guy? How did you meet this guy? Over the internet? He's a friend from the internet. He's gonna pick me up at the airport. Don't worry.
I think my favorite part about that story is that you described yourself as level 17.
No, I said a little 17-year-old. I didn't say level. I said little. Okay.
I've only accumulated enough XP to be level 17 in life.
Because I was about to level up to 18, and everyone knows that's a big age, right? And I actually turned 18 in New Jersey, and I remember Jerome got mad at me because I was like, "Oh, can I have a beer? I'm legally able to drink in Canada." He's like, "No, you're gonna get deported." I'm like,
Jerome's like, how dare you ask that question? And spit on
I can't even have a beer on my 18th birthday. Fuck this. Oh man, fuck this country. That's what I thought.
And you unlock drinking.
America's alright though. At least the northern parts. I don't know what the hell's going on in the southern countries, but
yeehaw, brother.
Southern states.
I have now put the artist in thinking mode for how to do the 5-person slot machine, so she's gonna try and figure that out.
Well, I mean, 4 is more like the priority, and 5 is like, who knows if we'll ever get there, but
4 is preferred. Got it.
Yeah, we were pretty dumb back then. It was actually, we were carried by our stupidity though. Like, we never thought what were the ramifications of our actions. We just fucking did things. Like, we just went in and like got the job done and like wanted to yell at a computer screen, and that was our hobby, and it was great.
We laughed at repercussions.
Yeah. And I remember
we took them on. We challenged people.
One of the only times where I really learned humility was when I was in Seattle for PAX Prime. Yeah.
Humility?
It was like the first time. It was the first time I really felt like humbled by somebody, and it was actually Egoraptor. He was he was there with the Game Grumps, and it wasn't just him and John. This was after they had broken up. So it was
Danny.
It was him, Danny, his wife,
Susie.
Susie, and
Ross, Barry.
Yeah, Ross, Barry, all them. And they're all grouped together, and like they're sort of doing like this fan thing where everyone's like talking to them and like getting in their autographs and getting pictures with them. And it was like literally just a coincidence that Aaron sort of like detached from them and started walking away. And I was like, I just like was right there. So then I spoke to him and I was like, hey man, you know, I don't really want to take up much of your time. I don't want a picture or anything, like maybe just like a handshake. But basically, I just want to tell you that I like respect so highly what you do and like the talent that you have and like the work ethic that you put in and everything. And like that's basically it. I don't want to take up much of your time. And he looked at me and he was like, oh, okay, man. Like, thanks. Like, super appreciate it. He looked like he was like taken aback by that, and I didn't expect that response. I didn't expect him to like sort of like feel this reverberation of like humbleness from me, where I'm just like, I have this like basically just I respect him so much because I used to watch him when I was a kid, like all of his old videos on E-Bombs World and stuff. So
on
like
Newgrounds too.
On Newgrounds. So I really did know this guy for a long time, and I was like, shit, I actually am meeting this guy for the first time.
Hey, Matt,
yeah.
you said that was at PAX Prime 2013?
Yeah.
Do you want to tell them about when you met Freddie Wong at that same convention?
I don't want to talk about it.
You met Freddie Wong, dude! I'm the most boring fucking person on this planet.
I don't want to talk about it. That was a huge misunderstanding, a huge miscommunication.
I got nothing, chat.
We have some different reactions going on between Jack and Matt right now.
You have the video, dude? Please delete that!
Bro, it's on a phone of mine that I haven't turned on in genuinely like 5 years.
Dude, I feel like the biggest fucking asshole because of that.
Well, dude, you were.
Because I was not sober. I was not sober at all. And like, that was like the most like inside joke to have said to somebody, and like for some reason it just was there in my head that it would be funny, but it was the worst thing to say. And like, don't ever tell anybody about that. Shut the fuck up. I never met Freddie Wong. I never met Freddie Wong, man.
I remember Matt telling us. I think he said that story at one point. I remember this now.
No, Chad, this one stays in the
and
vault.
Matt, the worst
Behave.
part, I had in the video. You're like, oh my gosh, like,
yeah.
And I'm like, no way. And then as I'm taking the video, you just
Matt does Matt.
Dude, that was like that. Okay, to this day, I consider that to be one of the biggest mistakes of my life. is saying that.
Not a mistake. It was. You shouldn't have said it, but it was funny.
Because like that ruins my reputation for like everybody involved.
Ramification, dude.
Yeah, no, there's no ramification really, but like I still don't like the way that it reflected on me, right? Like I don't want people thinking like that I'm like a prejudiced person. Like it was such a fucked up situation. Like you guys have no idea how bad the situation really was. Which for me, like I got a lot of backlash from. Do you remember Dr. PlayStation? He was like part of Nora's crew. Yeah, Nick. He hated me for that, and like it was really like one of the stupidest things I'd ever said in my entire life. And like to this day, I pray that it never gets out, which is why I really don't want to fucking talk about it. Like it's really like not who I am whatsoever, and it was such a stupid childlike thing to say.
It was the second time in my life that I got to hang out with Woofles in real life, and I had these new dress shoes, and I was really happy with them. And he took one and he threw it in the lake. So it's fine, Matt. There's worse things that happened during that.
Right. Do you remember when Palm Raider pissed off the balcony?
Do I ever? It was amazing.
That was crazy. Now that we think about it, that trip was fucking nuts.
Was he part of that gang with like Ryan RPM or whatever, like that whole group that?
No. Ryan is like a solo. Like he's never really been a part of a.
I hung out with Ryan on Sunday.
I'm trying to remember because I know there was like a group like similar. There was like a bro group that did like videos we recorded with sometimes.
Okay.
I hung out with McNulty on Sunday.
Jerome, I feel like I'm being a little bit too self-conscious about this whole thing. I could share the story if you really don't think that it's that bad.
No, Matt. Literally, don't worry about it.
Okay,
we can move on.
I'm literally just busting your chops.
All right. Because I feel like I've done enough shit in my life that I don't want to have it be dug up and like.
Keep it.
Yeah, dude.
So. No, I'm
a fucking idiot, basically. Like, anyway.
It's true, and we love you.
Keep going.
I think the biggest like famous person I've met, and I think about it, was Jessica Negri. She's like the biggest cosplayer on the planet.
Oh yeah. I think I've seen some videos of her.
She was like mega popular in 2014.
Oh, she's still.
And that's a name.
She's still like the biggest cosplayer. Like if you check her. Yeah, if you check her socials, it's nuts. I met her at the League of Legends World Finals in 2016 because she's a fan. I straight up got a picture with her. And she was cool as fuck. I was scared as fuck to go talk to her, but she wasn't in like cosplay. She's just there as a human. I was like, all right, that makes this better because I'm fucking terrified to talk to women. And I was single as fuck at the time, and it was just like I didn't want to be like Jessica. Can I have a picture?
So am I crazy in thinking that? Like, I don't know. I just used to hear her name more often, like 2014, 15.
I think that had to do with like cosplay now is so much more mainstream than it was then, to where she was like flagship. But I would still say if most people know one cosplayer, it's her more than likely.
Of course, everyone. That's the only cosplayer I could name.
Exactly. I think that's the thing. She was really cool. She was super just like normal and like chill, and it was cool.
Then my girlfriend reminds me of Belle Delphine. I mean, who forget Bath?
That troll,
I suppose. Yeah.
Ooh. Forgot about that chick.
Bathwater girl.
Yeah.
Oh,
didn't some dude drink it and get herpes or something? Or like hepatitis?
Holy shit.
I don't know.
I swear I'm not blowing smoke on my ass. Chat, did somebody
I don't know, but that sounds like a Vsauce video I want to see.
Hey, Vsauce here. Drinking gamer girl bathwater gives you hepatitis?
Hey, Jack, sell your bathwater. I don't know if anybody... Why mine? I feel like... Oh, man, whose bathwater would be the most valuable on the podcast?
Oh, God.
Zach's.
I think Zach's, honestly.
Yep, Zach's.
People would think it would make them funnier if they drank it. They would just fail miserably.
But you have to have
it probably would make them funnier, actually. It'd be like the fountain of youth.
Oh, no, it would be called hippo water.
Correct yourself. It's hippo juice.
Hippo juice.
Essence ode to hippo.
Oh, damn.
Hippo juice.
Oh wait, I'm getting feedback in the chat. Gave someone an STD with the bathwater. Oh, you're saying I did it. Haha. I thought you were trying to clarify what I fucking was talking about.
Oh, jeez.
Sins, you bastard.
That's good.
Oh my god, I freaking forgot about that.
That's funny. I feel like we're getting to the point where it's been like a good amount of time for the podcast. I don't think that it's exactly time to wrap it up just yet. I still feel like we could maybe ramble on about a few more topics here or there. But well, is there anything you guys would like to talk about? Something off the top of your head that you think could be interesting? Maybe a new game that came out. Maybe
chat. Don't be afraid to dono too, because we'll take questions and all that stuff you guys want to throw in your hat. We'll discuss whatever. I am excited for the Game Awards nominees that just dropped. I'm interested in those too.
I have a question.
What up, Zach?
With how your line of work is now, Jerome, what games do you actually enjoy? Like
recreational
now. Yeah, recreational.
So, mostly, I still hop on with my high school friends a lot, and we play Battlefield. Cool. Battlefield.
4, 5.
Whatever the most recent
5.
was, the World War II one. 5. We played Battlefield 5 for a bit. I was up until like 2 months ago playing a lot of RuneScape. I'll get back into old. I do
Holy shit.
Old school RuneScape.
You're a dinosaur.
I've been playing.
You're fucking ancient.
You know what game I play? You want to hear ancient? I still play Age of Empires 3.
Oh shit! We got an RTS player.
Like
it's dope.
Twice a month, probably. I've been playing. I mean, like since the game came out. I'm talking like for like 15 years. I've been playing that game.
Holy fuck!
I play that game a lot. Halo. I play a lot of Halo.
Guys, can we fucking do something? I don't care whose channel, I don't care who, what, or nothing. I want to put this out there. Can we do something for the Halo Reach release in December? Like with us slash podcasts, like us people. Like I want to do. I want to go through that shit so bad, and like
I would love to do the Horde mode because Reach had the Horde mode as well, besides ODST, right?
Firefight, yeah.
Firefight.
Wait, Reach had Firefight. I thought only ODST.
Yep.
I know it was in ODST. I think it was in Reach as well.
Oh.
Yes, it was in Reach. It was a little different, but it was there. I think trying to beat the game on like Legendary together, we're all just fucking raging. I think could be fun.
Fun fact: ODST is the reason why Mitch and I are friends.
What?
Yeah. When ODST came out, I was looking for people like around like in school to play with, and I was hanging out with my friend Issa at his birthday party, and we went to basically an amusement park, Laronde, and for his birthday, and he brought Mitch with him, and I'd never really met Mitch before. I knew that he went to the same school as me, but we started talking about like video games and stuff. And I was like, yeah, I really like Halo. I've never tried the new ODST, but I would love to play it at someone's house. He's like, you guys want to come back to my place and play it after? And I'm like, fuck yeah, I do. That's awesome. You're the best. Who are you? Where'd you come from?
Who are you?
What the fuck? This is sick. Look at this guy coming out of nowhere. The clutch ODST.
My earliest memory of Mitch was horrible. Me and my friends built a skateboard ramp. We spent so much time. We used to build our own skateboard ramps back in the day, like wood and nail. I'm talking like we built it. I had a bank, and the bank was awesome, right? Like I said, we took a lot of time. We even went through trouble nailing a metal rod on it. Like we would just work with whoever we got. Like we would. I mean, I don't know what the statute of limitations is. We were like 9, 10 years old. We just steal milk cartons from like the elementary school and use this as like the prison ramps and stuff. Just straight up prison.
25.
I mean, like
2 years in the gulag.
So we build these ramps, and our most prized possession. And the earliest memory I have of Mitch, I don't remember being his friend. I just remember him pogo sticking up the ramp, going right through it, just whoom, right through it.
I've heard
and
the
ruining
story.
The ramp, bro. And we all hated him. We all hated him. And I don't remember stopping hating him. I just know he eventually became my friend.
Skabash called it in chat like 5 minutes before.
Then we became friends like for like a solid maybe like 2 weeks. And then he tried to steal my 4th or 5th grade crush. I still remember that. Bro, he was a bad man. He was a bad man back in the day.
Wait, Jerome, do you actually love Dota?
What a thug.
No, my girlfriend loves Dota. That's what my girlfriend said. She loves
Dota.
Yeah. I play it sometimes just to hang out with her, but I'm not very good.
I was wondering which line you fell on. Me and Zach are on the League of Legends side, and then Matt and Mitch are on the Dota side, so I didn't know which side you fell on with that.
Here's my Dota career summed up. I made $12 in a tournament once and then lost to PPD. That's it.
Is he really
Hell
good?
yeah, dude.
That's it. That's all. That's my entire Dota career. 8 years of playing the game, over 9,000 hours, $12 USD.
$12.
You're welcome.
Hey, good shit, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, someone in chat also said, because chat, I've been throwing out ideas for like do a couple things on the channel with podcast / ASF people outside of the podcast, and they threw out Left 4 Dead, like 4-person
Bro,
like podcast crew.
No. Screw Left 4 Dead. Left 4 Dead
Oh.
2 mods. Have you ever
Yes.
been modded? You
Yes.
can make some crazy things.
Left 4 Dead 2 mod's so good.
That's what I'm saying. And all the old
love
maps
it.
are in Left 4 Dead 2 also.
Bro, you can get straight up modded Minecraft Left
Yep.
4 Dead maps.
Yeah, I've seen that. I want to try and get that together. I think that'd be so
I
fun.
filmed a Left 4 Dead 2 modded on like a Christmas Minecraft map. I think it's somewhere on my channel.
I'm pretty sure right now my Left 4 Dead 2 is so modded, it's so jank. I'm pretty sure the jockey is Diddy Kong, and I'm pretty sure the tank just yells Terry Crews quotes. Like it's like my Left 4 Dead is so fucking modded right now. It's actually insane.
Guys, what's that noise? What's that? Oh, it's my autobody!
My power! Fucking throws the goddamn cinder block.
I don't
Oh,
know why
that's
I'm
so good.
dying so much is the notion of Diddy
Could you-
Kong as the jock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Diddy Kong wrapped around your head, just fucking.
Could you imagine if we did Left 4 Dead versus of like us versus fans?
Bro, don't even tempt me. We could all be like the infected and then try to fuck with them and vice versa.
Oh,
Yeah.
but real quick, can we just real quick talk about how the funniest mod in gaming history is the one that makes the Skyrim dragon into
Thomas the Tank.
Just when it breaks through the wall, dude. When it breaks through the wall, you just see the face of Randy Savage, like, yeah.
It's just like madness.
I think the second one goes to the Thomas the Tank Engine one, where it's just
Yeah.
dun, 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 and it's just flying around in the sky. Oh my god.
Bro, if people watching this podcast have not seen it, pull up a YouTube video. It'll be the funniest, like, 15 seconds of modded anything.
Dude, that is
I'm
YouTube.
the tower of power, too sweet to be sour. I'm funky like a monkey. Sky's the limit and space is the place. I remember that Macho Man quote to this day. I love that video so much.
Oh
Let's
my
go, Zach.
god.
He's holding like a creamer. He's like, I'm the cream of the crop.
Yeah, exactly. He's always pulling out random things. The cream of the crop. It's like in his shirt. The cream of the crop. It's like on his
And
head.
he's like,
The
his neck is like bulging. He's like, madness.
Dude, the most fucked up thing about Macho Man was when he died, everyone was obviously sad, but he died on the day the world was supposed to end, and everyone was tweeting and stuff, just like he took the blow for humanity. Oh my god!
Holy
Macho Man, the martyr we needed.
It was what, December 12th, 2012 or something like that?
I think it was like something like that. It was one of the days the world was going to end or something.
Yeah, I think it was like in December because it was near my birthday, and I'm like, well, I'm going to turn 18 when the world ends. That's kind of cool.
Oh my god,
that's
dude.
nuts.
He
That's
suplexed
nuts.
the Mayan calendar into a blue.
Dude, did everybody here watch Dexter's Lab when they were a kid?
Yeah, of
course.
Yeah.
Dude, there was an episode where the monkey with like his alter ego went and had to like compete with all the super friends in a wrestling competition, and the wrestler in the episode that just kept 1v9ing everybody was voiced by Macho Man, and Macho Man wrestled the fucking monkey from Dexter's Lab, and it was the greatest thing ever.
His appearance in Spider-Man 1 was the best. As Bonesaw!
Bonesaw! Holy
I got
shit!
you for 3 minutes!
Yeah, exactly. The cage match.
Yeah.
I just like, get down here! No!
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I actually don't remember. Was he? He was in. That was. Oh my gosh, that was him.
Yeah.
Bonesaw!
Bonesaw.
I got you for 3 minutes.
I got you for 3 minutes.
Dude, his voice will be quoted forever. His just mannerisms, the way he speaks, holy shit.
Ah,
Oh
old
my
school.
god.
Old school.
A lot of people are trying to...
I've missed your impressions, Zach.
It's true.
They're
Even
so
though-
on point. Like, it's actually amazing. You could have been a
Or
voice actor.
they're either
You can
really
be a
good
voice actor.
or- I've always wanted to do voice acting work. Like, I like doing that.
That's
like,
been my pipe dream since I was like 10.
But
I
like,
fucking
my
love it.
voices are either really good or so bad they're funny.
There is no in between.
Every single accent just turns into some weird East European, Slavic, Russian sounding voice. And it's awful. Like, I'll start off Scottish and end Russian.
That's good.
All right, chat. I'm gonna say this just so people will stop asking, put it to rest. A lot of people keep putting in chat. The best way to end the podcast would be a reaction to the Jerome Derby. Now, obviously, We probably can't do that, chat, because that is some old school stuff that's got to stay old school. But I just want to put that to rest verbally so people will stop asking for it.
That video.
Well, I'm not ignoring you, chat.
That video low key scarred Jerome because he won't trust like himself to be himself anymore around random people because he's always gonna have this idea of like somebody's got to be filming this. So I mean, I feel really bad about that. So like I really do think that you know. We kind of messed you up, dude. I'm sorry.
On you at all times.
Yeah, just pretend you're being followed at all times.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Jerome. We lost.
We love you, Jerome.
We lost quite the personality that day.
I still shower with a bathing suit on.
But I just want to throw that out there so chat knew I wasn't just ignoring them when they were saying it. I will say though, like I told you before, my brother still quotes that. I'll get a random text with like of 3 quotes from that shit to this day. Like
I saw someone in chat that says still to this day they misdo their like A and ands. So like I'm having like you know like we used to remember you don't remember that we used to purposely mess it up? Bro, I still do that though. I still do that.
Wait, what? Purposely mess what up? What do you mean? Oh yeah, like A and an? Yeah, I know what you mean, yeah. Yeah, exactly.
A apple, like shit like that.
Grabbing an apple.
Exactly. It's like, ooh, egg.
Can I get an apple?
Could you pass apple?
Can I say something real quick about the shower thing?
Oh wow! Of all the yikes,
that was a joke.
No. Why was I the only one that had to shower outside in New Jersey? Why was I forced to shower outside?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Triple Shower Podcast, where we learn the secrets.
Everyone showered inside, but Jerome was like, "No, the hot water's out. You got to shower outside." I didn't think anything of it, but I was the only person that showered outside. It was something like your parents didn't want. You said it was like your parents didn't want me like to dirty up.
Jerome's dead.
Jerome literally died. He is off screen on the ground, and his girlfriend asked, "Who slept in the bunk beds?" That's what I want to know.
That's funny. So Jerome, what's the verdict, man?
I honestly don't.
I think it's because your parents like didn't know us and like these strangers, and they're like, I don't want them showering in our house, like because they had like really weird like specific rules. Like we weren't allowed upstairs. We had to stay in the basement. That was one of them. And like I had to shower outside, and I didn't get it. And I've always wondered.
Oh my god!
I don't know
God. Holy shit, dude!
And I loved it because like your parents were like the most New Jersey people I've ever met, and I loved.
It's just a Jersey thing.
Oh, they were New Jersey, dude.
So New Jersey, and I loved it.
They're very New Jersey Italian. They're
That's good shit. What the fuck?
But wait, does anyone remember what were the sleeping arrangements? Where did we all sleep?
I think I slept on the couch, like in the living room.
Yeah, you slept on the couch. I slept on like a beanbag or something uncomfortable. I don't remember. And then I know you and Mitch slept in the guest bedroom downstairs or whatever, like that bunk bed or something.
Okay, the bunk beds.
Yeah. Me and Matt hung out in the living area downstairs. I think that's what it was.
I have no idea. All I know is I slept on the couch. I'm pretty sure. Which
I've fallen asleep on that couch countless times. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, it was good. It was fine. I mean, I'm not saying there was anything wrong with it. I'm just saying that I don't know the rest of the sleeping arrangements. I just remember. I remember your kitchen. I remember your living room, and I remember your basement. That's it.
Wait, Jerome, your girlfriend says your mother is convinced Jerome sleeps on the top bunk and I sleep on the bottom bunk.
Yeah,
and it stays like that.
And it stays like
the way God intended.
There's enough room for God in between you.
But no, the one thing I vaguely remember is that your parents did not. You even like were enforced that we were not allowed to go upstairs. Like at least me. Or maybe Matt.
Well,
I think.
Well, yeah, the shower was up there. They didn't want you there.
In their defense, I think that what they were afraid of with that is because they let us have the beach house themselves.
Yeah.
And I truthfully speaking, I think it's because we were all like 18, Matt was 17, we were all younger, and I think they were afraid, like, oh, they think they got the place to themselves, they can drink alcohol and whatever. So I think they were like protecting like their alcohol stash or something, thinking that like we were gonna like raid the cabinets, and that's my take on it because I didn't get that either. It didn't really make much sense. But
I just rolled with it.
I'm pretty convinced that's why. I think
the shower outside thing still made me was really weird to me.
I mean, dude, I don't remember.
Because there is a shower downstairs, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. There's one downstairs.
Yeah, I was the only person that showered outside.
There wasn't even a shower that we hosted.
Treated like an actual animal. Like, holy shit.
Jerome's like, he's real dirty. He pulls out the power washer.
And Mom, Dad, this is Hippo. Oh, cool. He can shower outside.
It's like what? You didn't even say hi to him. You just
go.
Yeah, just go right now. The shower. You got here. The shower immediate.
They were putting newspaper in front of whenever I walked. I didn't know what was going on.
Question: do all of you know each other IRL? Everyone's met IRL except me. I have not had the pleasure at some point. I would like to at some point, but they have all met in their time, but I have not.
Hey,
but
man, maybe one day before we all die.
Bro, we got
The last memory I have of Zach IRL.
Oh no! Was him showering outside? I looked out there. And
That was your camera?
I got to Pax East a day after they did.
No.
They were there a day early. I got there like the day when like everything actually started.
That's the saddest story.
And Zach was already in full swings of food poisoning. And
yeah.
I walked in the room and it just reeked like Zach puking and just
So I could tell that story real quick.
I'm gonna go take a piss.
Don't order food
You're gonna
service.
take a piss. So, guys,
I gotta take a piss too. Sorry.
Yeah, I'll just tell the podcast to the guy.
It's a long podcast.
It's a long podcast.
Hey, as long as people are here, I can keep going, bro.
That's why you have your piss cup.
Yeah, that sound after. You can't say that's why you have your piss cup. Slurp, like you can't do that.
So, I went up to Boston, to PAX East, and I flew in because I was never taking a train ever again. So I don't blame you. They picked me up from the airport, and I flew in late, and they had already eaten dinner and everything, and it was like 10 o'clock, 10:30 at night, and it was really late. And
welcome to the Double Seven podcast, everyone.
Heck yeah! So it was like 10:30 at night. So basically, they picked me up, go to the hotel room. I was starving, didn't eat any dinner, and I said, "Oh, do they have room service?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, we'll double check." Because this is the hotel that like they got treated to, and like we had this big gift basket of candy, and I'm like, "Well, I can't just eat candy for dinner." Like it was a whole thing. Like I was Jerome and Matt and them, if they remember. And we get there, and I'm like, "Okay, I really want some food and stuff." Like they're like, "Oh, we're about to close down the kitchen. You know, we can get you something real quick." I'm like, "Oh, simple." And I look, it's a fancy menu because it was like a really fancy like hotel. And I was like, what's something that I'm fine risking? I'm fine, like, I know it's safe. And I'm like, I know a burger and fries is safe. There's no possible way that they could screw up a burger and fries.
Right. I
eat it, and we go to bed because it was like 4 people in like a room. Like, we were sharing a hotel room and everything like that. And in the middle of the night, it hits me like a brick. And I'm just like, oh, this is not good, not feeling good. And I go throw up because it's like sitting in me, and I'm like, I got to get this out of me. I gotta purge. So I get it out of me, and I don't know if I woke you guys up vomiting, but I was vomiting loud.
I remember that. Yeah.
I am a very loud vomiter because whenever I vomit, I just like I am a loud vomiter.
I don't know why. I just imagine Zach fills out a Tinder profile. This is my height. This is my profession. Loud vomit.
Yeah, this is the decibels I reach when I puke.
Lawnmower, jet plane, me throwing up.
Yeah.
And like I just was feeling awful. Went back to bed and had just kind of like chugged any water bottle that was like I had left from the plane or whatever. And I'm like, okay, like from the airport or whatever. And I'm like, okay, try again in the morning. We wake up, everyone's getting ready. I'm like feeling like hot garbage. I got the sweats, and I'm like, I don't know if I can make it because as soon as I woke up, just instant both ends. It was awful. And they're like, well, okay, well, we're gonna go down to the show floor. You know, we'll see if we can help you out. We'll check up on you. And I'm like, okay, cool. And I just go back to sleep, and it was awful. So I kind of just go back to sleep. They check on me like someone in the afternoon or something like that. I think one of you called or texted me or whatever like that. And I'm like, Nope, still doing awful. Still doing awful. And like, I think it was either Mitch or Jerome that was pissed. And they're like, we're gonna call room service. They're gonna send up like some Pepto Bismol and like crackers and water, something like whatever they can do to help out. Like one of you guys was like super pissed. And
well, I mean, we were all pissed because it was so stanky. None of us.
Not for my well-being.
We had 2 rooms, and there were 5 people, and you had to take that entire room to yourself because no one could stand the stench. So we had 4 people in one room. I slept on the floor. Matt slept on the floor. Preston slept on the floor. I think Mitch got a bed because the old Mitch days. He got
the old Donald Ralph got his fucking. He got what he wanted.
How like we were like at a fancy hotel and they hooked you up with this big ass basket of like candy and fruit and stuff like that, and you were just raiding it like a goblin. It was great.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they sent up like a bottle of Pepto and like water and crackers. That was their like, I'm sorry for giving you food poisoning. And second day, same thing. Awful. Could not go. The third day, we were like, let's just try it. I'm like, I'm feeling a little better. Let's try it. I made it an hour on the show floor before I had to just die. I was dying.
Oh,
it was literally like that was my entire trip because like the next day I felt better, but then I had to fly back. So my entire like PAX East
brought back all those memories about PAX East and like the poker game in Sky's room.
Yep.
Do you remember
and that entire floor that smelled like
my
weed?
first memories of Sky. He barged in the room. He jammed a juice box in her toilet. Got it clogged.
Remember?
What the fuck?
Yeah, he clogged the toilet with a juice box, and I still to this day have no idea.
It was like him and like 3 or 4 of like his like gang, and they just like squatted up, like "What's up?" And we're like, "Hey, how's it going?" It was so fun, but like it was so awful at the same time because like it was the first because. No, this was after, I think. I can't remember. It was one of the PAX East. I can't remember which year it was when this happened. But it was just my con luck is not good.
It doesn't sound like it.
No.
Jerome, were you there when I was telling about the Minecon?
No, I missed that part.
The saddest Minecon story?
Oh my god.
Did you go to the Minecon that was in Orlando back in like 2013?
Yeah.
So I was messaging everybody. I'm in Orlando. I'm in Tampa. I can drive up to Orlando. We can hang out, meet, and have a good time. And basically, long story short, I'm messaging everybody. Nobody answers. I arrive at the con. It is dead. There's nobody at the con. And we're like, what's going on? Come to find out, the time I got there is when everyone decided to go to Islands of Adventure. And everyone went to the theme park. I was talking to the Brits, you guys, everybody trying to message somebody to like, what's going on? There's nobody here. And I was there for like 20, 30 minutes, almost an hour waiting to hear back and never heard anything and driving back. And then like an hour into the drive or half an hour into the drive, it was like, oh, we all went to Islands of Adventure. We're on our way back to the hotel now.
Oh.
And it was like midnight at that point. And I never got to see you guys.
Yeah.
yeah. It's the saddest Minecon story.
We must protect Zach.
It was literally like me sitting in like the foyer with all the banners and everything, and there's just nobody on the convention or nobody anywhere.
We need to do a convention soon then.
Yeah.
We should all try to go somewhere together. Like literally.
Hell yeah. Let's do it. Let's
trying to think of
pick the place, man. Let's go to Seattle again. Let's go. Let's do PAX Prime.
I want to come down south because I have friends and my brother lives in Tampa and everything like that. I want to come down and see Jerome.
I was gonna say, I'm like, how much more south can you get? You're
pretty south.
The Keys, pretty south. But no, like I want to come see Jerome sometime.
Dude. You should. Dude, St. Pete's awesome.
Dude, could you imagine if we all got together in the same place and we filmed the podcast with one screen, but it's all of us? Like, holy shit.
That'd be pretty sick.
I got tons of setups here. I got one down at the office, and I got 2. I'm at my here. Well, like there's enough for everybody to record.
Well, like stream setups and shit too.
Yeah, like full blown stream setups.
That's sick. Don't listen, Jerome. Don't make Empty promises, okay?
Because that's only.
I'm crazy enough to accept that potentially.
The best part, that's only a 6-hour drive. I can make that easy.
We should do it.
I'll come. I'm actually coming down south to visit like family and stuff like that around Christmas time.
Good.
So I don't know if you're running around doing stuff.
I was I head north, but I don't leave till usually like the 23rd. Like that's when I like go back up north to visit my family.
Jerome, I got a question for you. Jerome.
Yeah.
Oh, here
Are you in fact a registered author, not artist, author?
Am I? Yeah, a published author. Yeah.
Yeah. So, tell me about your book. Tell me about what, because I got around to watching the show that you were on, but I never got around to reading the book. I was wondering, does it have a sequel? Does it have is it a series?
Yeah, so there's Baka and the Riddle of the Diamond Dragons, and then Baka and the Skeleton King is the second one. And yeah, no, they're awesome. They're based on the character Baka, obviously. So my whole Minecraft series.
Which is your favorite?
I like Baka. I like the first one personally.
Okay.
More. The second one was kind of pumped out just because it was like spur of the moment. Like, hey, we have an opportunity.
Yeah, cash in when you got the notoriety going. I got
but Baka and the Riddle of the Diamond Dragon.
Okay.
I gotta get me those books, man. They sound like they're great, honestly.
They're sick, and they're probably on sale at this point because they came out like in 2015. But they were sold like Barnes and Noble, Toys R Us, Walmart. I think maybe.
Did they sell well?
They sold pretty well, yeah.
Damn.
It was cool, dude. It was a cool time.
That's
Minecraft merchandise sells.
That's
true. Back in the day, it sells.
That's true. That's nuts. I feel like if I go back in time and paid attention, I probably saw it. I just didn't even think about it. Oh no! Someone in chat says Toys R Us.
That's really impressive, man. Honestly, like you're a man
Toys
of many
R Us
talents.
is dead. No.
Toys R Us is dead. That's so sad.
Yeah. Rip Toys R Us. I think there's still like one of them that's like near me. I don't know. Are they dead in the States? Because I don't think they're that dead in Canada.
They filed for bankruptcy, so they closed down like a crap load of Toys R Us's. But there are still some around. But 50,000 people used to live here. Now it's a ghost town.
I'll go and check it out on Amazon though. I'll get those books. Maybe give them to my like little cousins for
if I bring them down, will you autograph them?
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Oh my god.
Yes. Now we're talking.
You'll never believe this. I know the guy. Like, oh my god.
Yeah. The guy who wrote this book. He's a friend of mine.
He's a friend of mine.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, it's amazing. All right, that's excellent.
So
that's good
funny.
stuff. Are there any plans for like a third or a fourth?
That's the weird part. There were plans for a third. It's finished writing everything.
But
I decided not to publish it.
Wow.
It's
They're
not
sitting on gold,
dude. The fans want it. The fans want it, man. You're just like one phone call away.
Well, it's crazy, dude. I don't know. I think they got mad at me because after the second one was done, I negotiated into the third contract for my whatever the rights are back for that series.
Mm-hmm.
That more or less, if I wanted to continue writing it, I could publish it with someone else instead. And I think it was, and they signed it. We all signed it, but I think it was the notion that I was like ready to jump ship. That it was kind of like a spiteful, like, yeah, well, you know what? We don't even want to work with you anyway, like kind of thing like that. I don't know because there's an agreement in place, and it's just never. Yeah.
I have a question.
Okay.
I don't know if this is something that you can speak about on a podcast in a public setting.
Probably not then.
I've always wondered.
Then probably not.
I've always wondered merchandising Baka stuff.
Yeah.
The legality of that. Because you're just because it's Chewbacca.
No, it's not. It's Bigfoot in a business suit.
Ah, gotcha. Okay.
No, Bigfoot in a business suit.
Yeah. Oh, I see it now. I see it. Yeah.
Baka means idiot in Japanese, and that's how That's
it's not idiot. It's like bad, basically. Like bad. Like Baka means bad, basically.
That's what the anime girls say to the guy when they actually like them, but act like they don't like them. Chat.
Well,
That's
well,
tsundere.
when I was in Japan, the guy that I was staying at his hostel. He said that like Baka Jin is person, so Baka means bad, and then bad person, so it'd be Baka Jin.
That's
And,
why Baka Gaijin's like idiot foreigner, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm. It's all about the context, really. I mean,
That's fair. That's fair. I never thought about that.
mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I mean, I applaud you on running with the whole idea of being called idiot all these years and just been like, just been down, you know, like that's great.
It's easy when you are one, man. I just
Dude, I feel that, man. I wish I was named Baka. I could just own it. Instead I'm just a little old Nooch.
Dude, it has been
swear.
crazy many a years.
Yeah, it has been. I was on like I said, when I played competitive Dota, I was playing against PPD and his goon squad, and it was actually live streamed to like thousands of people, and like when the commentators were like saying Nooch, they didn't want to say my name. They didn't want to say it. They're like, Nooch, that sounds like a bad word. That's what they said. I was like, oh, fuck.
It's really close to cooch and gooch. So like,
I know. And I'm just there. I'm like, this is no bueno, man. Like my ego can't take these hits. But then they did anyways, and now I just don't give a shit. So it's great.
oh my god, I never even thought about that. There was a
Whoa,
dude.
that's an emote.
What?
Holy shit, good stuff.
Wait, what's an emote?
I love it. Just check the chat. Nooch is slang for male prostitute? In what language? JMC, bro.
That dude's made up language, apparently.
Yeah. No, that can't be a thing. No way. A Nooch. Oh, man. Urban Dictionary? No.
I thought that was an XQC emote for a second.
Look it up. Dude, you could look up anything. Anybody can write anything they want on the internet, and you could just take it as fact. If you tell me that this goes by like thousands of years in like the southern countries of America that people call each other, oh, he's Nooch, he's gonna whatever, like fucking, then I'll believe it. But if it's just some random article on the internet on like 4chan or some shit, I don't care. It's just some dumbass.
Nutritional yeast.
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, it's nutritional yeast. I used to own that search result. I used to own Nooch as the search result, and then after I stopped being at my peak, they took it over with the nutritional yeast.
Took it.
The fucking vegans.
The fucking vegans took it. They took over.
They win again.
I should rebrand Nooch to just be like a slaughterhouse brand, and just like, yeah, guys, come in and get my Nooch. This is
oh
this
god,
is, the venison.
It does sound dirty when you say it like that.
It does sound Nooch.
Fresh from the field, my Nooch.
Oh,
Come on, like, no, I don't want any of that.
Like,
Ooh,
this sounds fucked.
freshly squeezed Nooch.
I think I almost just made Matt spit out his fucking.
No, what made me almost spit out was this guy, Bob needs my seed, in chat, who says that Nooch means raccoon anus in Myanmar.
Well, the more you know.
Thanks, man. That's actually where my name comes from. This whole time, it's just been raccoon anus. The raccoon anus M.
It was one unfiltered safe search, and that's what he's had the entire
Oh my god. The guy's name is what's killing me. Bob
I know,
my seed.
Who was Bob?
Who's Bob and why
Why
does
does
he
he
need
need
it?
it that
Yeah,
bad?
why does he need it?
EPA Tronics. I was playing with Sammy Boy, so like we had a decent shot at it, but we didn't. It didn't work out.
Oh my god. My heart. Oh,
We had a bunch of 7K players. It was really tight. I feel like I took the team down though. I really messed up a lot. And looking back at the replay, I like didn't have a TP scroll on me for like the entire game. So like that was just so embarrassing going back and watching that and being like, holy shit, I was so bad at this
EPAtronics
game.
is your girlfriend, right, Throw?
yeah, that's why I was laughing.
Or Epatronics? How do you say it?
What did I say?
Her last name is Patron, so it's E like Erica.
Oh, I just see Tron. I just see Tron, so it's like EPAtronics. Like, who knows, man? That's good. That's good. Well, I think this is actually a pretty good time to wrap up the podcast. What do you guys think?
I think we're winding down. I think we're a little over 2 hours.
Yeah, 2 hours, 15 minutes.
That's not bad. That's about what we shoot for.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. So Jack, you want to take us out?
Oh shit! All right. Well,
I do the intro. You do the outro. That's how
I do the outro.
I take us in. You take us out.
Boys and girls, chat. Can I call you chat? This has concluded another episode of the 777 podcast, the quadruple sevens podcast this time. We had the lovely guest Hippo back, aka Zach, but we also had Jerome back and his nose. And you know what? It's been a grand fucking time. Thank you all so much for coming by. Anybody want to shout anything out before we're over? Anybody? All right. I'm going to be streaming Pokemon later on my channel. I'll do that while we see the faces. Oh, this is swell. Oh, I tried. Chad, I tried. I can't stop them. I just can't. I tried so hard. Thank you all, Chad, for coming by. We'll see you next week, or maybe sooner if we get more content rolling.
Oh, yeah. Peace out, guys. Have a good one.
Bye.